I could hear kids like laughing, thinking, who's outside and it's pouring down rain. So I opened up the door and they were sitting, a little group of them under the tree in the pouring rain, just trying to keep from getting wet. And I said, what are you guys doing? And a lot of times what happens is, when it's sunny, they all come down here. There's kids just come from everywhere. They come play back in the trampoline. They play on the swings and everything. So it's like a little haven. The most surprising thing is that I'm doing it. I can't even believe it. That was my fear. Like, can I do this? You just do it. It's just out of the heart of just loving people, and it could be you. There are people that care in the city. There are people that are doing. There are organizations that are really pouring themselves in, and it's making a difference. It's the food program. It does make a difference. At least, these kids are getting a meal.
I mean, we just care about our kids.
You just see the light in their eye. It gives them hope again.
It's bigger than the lunch program.
It's going to encourage them to keep doing the right thing.
People are getting more involved. People are from the block, people that didn't used to help.
And that makes you feel good. It made me feel good.
You get momentum with a block, then you go from a block to several blocks, then you got a neighborhood, then you got a zip code, then it spreads. It's bigger than the lunch program. It's bigger than me. It really is.
Oh my gosh, we're doing this again. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master. I am here once again with a bunch of my good friends, folks that have been willing to play games with me here and elsewhere. I'm super duper excited. We are running this special community one-shot for the No Kid Hungry fundraiser. We're going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. I want to, first of all, just say thank you to all the players for being here. The support that you've all provided for this event has been awesome, and the fundraising effort that all of you have done has been excellent. We are well over $7,000 in fundraising for this cause. And that's not just us. There's a lot of people involved, but we've done a big part of that, and we're excited to be part of it. So thank you, first of all, to my players. A big shout out to the Games Tavern. So Reed and his crew over at the Games Tavern are the folks that have put this entire thing together, have connected the dots between the streamers and the organization No Kid Hungry, which is fantastic. We just played that video. I hope you had a chance to see it. We will play it again during the break about midway through tonight's stream. It's an amazing organization, and we're really happy to be a part of it. So thanks to Reed and the Games Tavern for bringing us into the family. And Rory's going to tell you a little bit about the No Kid Hungry organization and get us up to speed on why we're doing what we're doing. So Rory, go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So a really great cause. I have a personal passion and a heart for food as well as children. I have a child of my own. And as I was looking into this, it just made a lot of sense. So No Kid Hungry is actually an organization that helps current programs that are in place. So schools, community programs that are essentially feeding children. They work in a lot of different ways, from grants to advocacy, awareness, research, and policies. And ultimately, one of the big things they do is help with that funding towards those organizations already in place, but they help with stuff like carts and trucks and fridges and other like tangible items that then support them or support the other organizations to be able to produce, cook, and provide the food. So really a long-term effort that they have to really create sustainability.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great organization, super inspirational that people can make a difference by just getting involved. And what's really cool, this community that we're playing games in and connecting with people in is just so dang generous. It's been amazing to see all the different fundraisers and good things that we've been able to do as a community for a lot of people, and in this case, kids. So yeah, just that awesome mission, like Rory said, of trying to end hunger in the United States for kids. That's pretty awesome. So big shout out to No Kid Hungry. There are some in-game donations. So we're going to talk a little bit about donations. So some of the players were able were lucky enough, I should say, to have some free game donations. And we're going to give some shout outs here in a minute, but there's also an opportunity, my friends, as we play through the game tonight for you, viewers, to get involved and to donate to buff our characters. So we've got an in-game donation menu here that I'm going to put up on the screen, covering our pretty faces here for a minute. But everything from luck points to monster drops. I have to mention the monster drops. I had to, guys. I'm sorry. And then also, I mean, if you want to get really crazy, there's a wish. I don't know if that's ever happened before. That makes me super nervous. But everything from healing potions to items to luck points to resurrection. So those things may come in handy. I will say they probably will come in handy. So thank you all. Let's do this. Let's go around. Let's have everybody introduce themselves real quick, starting with Rory. Why don't you kick it off?
Oh, you had to make me first. You talking about myself or myself and my character? My character.
Just
right?
yourself to start out with. We'll do the characters in a minute.
Okay. So yeah, my name is Rory. There's not a lot to say. Catch me on Tuesdays on Blue Box on Twitch. Play over there, Greyhawk. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. So interesting amalgamation of everything except for 4th edition. Then yeah, there you go.
I love it. That's sweet, simple. I just, as a quick side note, like, Rory, you were in one of my first non-guild streamed games when I played with you and Vamp Wickman in a one-shot on the Blue Box channel for virtual GaryCon, like a year and a half ago or something like that. So that's where we met, and I'm glad we did. It's been fun to watch you and the Blue Box crew do your thing. So keep up the good work over there. Let's move over to Travis Eversalt.
Oh, hi. I am Travis, also known as Eversalt. You may have seen me playing in the past with Dave on Tom Ward's Wife's channel, and we've played together on a number of other one-shots, and so you've seen me bouncing around all over the place. Most of what I do besides, hang out with all these lovely individuals from time to time is I have a YouTube channel. I just create gaming content, mostly just for humor, lightheartedness, stuff like that.
I love it.
There you go.
Thanks for being here, man. It's always a pleasure. Travis and I teamed up at the beginning of the year to do some fundraising, and it was a blast. And I'm glad you're able to be back with us. So thanks for being
It
here.
was so great doing Extra Life. Thank you.
Yep. I'm glad you're here. All right, let's move on over to Minnesota Muse.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse on Twitter, and you can find me on Wednesdays at Guild Superior for Salt Marsh Wednesdays. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. We might have something coming up on Thursdays in the future, but that's currently Thursdays are open. So yeah.
Hint, hint, Ashley's available. Is that what you're saying?
I could game more.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. We want to see more of you gaming, Ashley. That would be fantastic. Thanks for being here, Ashley. It's been awesome to get to know you over the last year and play games with you. And I'm glad that you've been such a team player and a sport to get involved with all these like side things that we do. So thank you for that. You've been a great addition to the guild. And I can say the same for our next player here, Ty Thalanos. Hello.
Hello, I am Tyler, or Ty Thalanos. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter. On Twitch, I'm playing video games and just kind of hanging out, and I love talking nerd and talking D&D, so feel free to swing on by. But hopefully, you never know, might be getting some more D&D in, but we shall see.
Oh yeah, there's much more where that came from. And before we move over to the one in the middle below me, I just want to give a big shout out to Phantom NJ, another wonderful friend of the stream, of many streams and many people, beautiful person, just donated a monster drop. So thank you very much. I see you, and we will incorporate that gladly into the game. If you could give me, Phantom, a D6 roll at your leisure. And now let's move over to last but not least, the scaly one himself, Vamp Wickman.
Hey, beautiful people, Vamp Wickman here. Relax, kick back, and grab a beer. Tonight's the night. Let's have some fun. Surviving this might not be for everyone. Dave's the guy, the weaver of tales, and killing me, he hardly fails. Catch me in various charity streams, helping people. Those are my dreams. Outside of this, I hope everybody meets at GaryCon. Let me give you some deets. March in Wisconsin, there we all stayed as we celebrate a life well played. To Gary, to Luke, and all who attend. From here on out, you are all a friend. So to finish my rhyme, I bid thee adieu. Let's roll the dice and make it through.
Wow. Okay. Okay. With that, my friend, I believe you will have the first inspiration point that I'm going to dole out tonight. So please take note of that. Use it like a luck point. That was beautiful. Vamp and I met, as I mentioned, at the same time that I met Rory in that one shot, and we have sort of hit it off, and we slept together in separate beds at GaryCon, and I like to always bring that up because I had such a great time. Well, we pushed them together. It was just one. Well, we'll get to that later, maybe. In the meantime, my friends, we're going to jump into this game. I'm going to give us a little bit of tunage here. Techie woman, let us know if the sound is too loud or too soft for the audio, but I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited. Phantom just gave me a roll, and I'm going to make a note of what the monster drop is going to be. I'm so excited, you guys. You guys are in for a real treat. Oh, yes, you are. Okay. Here we go. My friends, let's do this. You've been sent by the elder matron of your order, the Lady of the Lone Eye, to investigate rumors of a great evil rising in the wild Cronsmore frontier, a strange and wild land, a land of endless war, a land scarred with bodies, armor, arrows, a land where the cries of fallen soldiers are carried upon the wind. Your quest has brought you to a faraway land. Actually, let me bring up a map so we can see what that faraway land looks like. I don't know how that blood got on this map, guys, but your quest has brought you to a faraway land. On the western side of this map, you can see a town, a coastal city of Rockport. This land, there's a pervasive energy-draining force consuming all. Rumors and the investigation you've made into their validity have drawn you to this coastal port. It's called Rockport. Now, you stayed for a night in the frontier town of Midland, traveling along the dashed red line that you can see there to Midland through this dense, strange forest. You met strange people, superstitious people who warned you of a great danger to the east. Barbarians, monsters, and worse. But undeterred, you pushed on, following the winding path of the Edsel River, deeper into the wildlands. Your loyalty to your order, and perhaps something else urging you deeper into those wildlands. The place that you're searching, known as Castle Varg. Eventually you reach Edsel, a small village on the western shores of the river. You can see it circled there. It's a forlorn, dreary place, soaked in a dense fog that rolls endlessly from the Cromsmoor Plateau. Nearly deserted, you find shelter and a warm hearth at a local tavern on the river's edge. You've arrived in this town. It's cold. The evening is wet. You step towards what you see a sign above the door to this tavern called the Horn and Hog. It's an old tavern that stood on the banks of the Edsel River for over 300 years. In fact, the tavern was one of the first buildings that was erected in Edsel, built to serve as a ship's moorage and gathering place for merchants and frontiersmen. The place is run by a swarthy barkeep named Gulkus, who abides no murdering on the premises. Now, what I'd like you each to do, embodying your characters, tell us, as you step from the rain, the darkness outside, into the warmth of this tavern, what do we see? And you can use this opportunity to introduce your character to the rest of the players, to myself, and to the viewers. Let's begin with Isol. I almost screwed it up. Isol.
All right. What you see is a blue-skinned tiefling with some horns kind of like this, and she has short black hair and a long blue cloak. It has kind of a shimmer to it, and that's about it.
Okay, you shake off the cold and damp of the outside as you enter. People look at you, maybe having not seen a tiefling perhaps before or for some time. But not to be outdone, your companion walks right in behind you. Your companion Kyanite.
As Kyanite enters the establishment, shaking off the scale mail he's wearing and looking around and getting a little dust on him, you notice he has two long swords, one on each hip. At the base of each is a large ring with a long blue cloth tied to it. He wears a lot of blue clothing, a cloak over his scales, and he seems to be messing with a flute a little bit, just kind of looking around, looking for something interesting to see or to do. And yeah, blue dragonborn bard.
Oh yeah. All right, let's move over to Tobias Terzani.
Tobias walks in, not to be outdone by Kyanite, will shake himself even heavier to get off all the water and take a moment to straighten out his beard. He's just a lanky human with kind of a reddish brown kind of hair as he kind of looks around and gives a bright smile to the crowd because he does so love the crowd.
A big toothy smile.
Almost all toothy.
I love it. That's dedication to the cosplay, my friend. Right. Let's move over to Gel.
Yeah, so what you see walking is a tortoise. And I keep the water on me. I like the water. The seaweed on my shell likes the water. And as you can tell, I speak slower.
Beautiful.
And I'm a fighter.
I love it. A slow talker, but not a slow puncher, I'm thinking. We'll find out. And last but not least, whom?
So, you see a man that's roughly around like the 4 foot height come in with a full cloak, takes the hood back, and it's a somewhat, I would say, lithe for a dwarf, but it is a dwarf with a short beard, a man bun, somewhat grayish skin, and he has, a bit like under the cloak, you can tell he has a bit of a harness with some what looks like tools, maybe some daggers and such. General fare for somebody with a bit of a mercantile look, and sees about the tavern. Seems a bit pleased to get out of the rain. It was pretty oppressive, and with a small smile of content, you could tell that one particular tooth on the left side of his face is silver. He has a silver tooth.
Ooh, that could make a nice trophy for someone in the future.
Oh, yeah.
We shall see. As each of you enters this place, there are maybe 10 people in this tavern. It is not well populated. It is a large space. One big open hall. There's a bar at the end. This swarthy man, kind of a hunchback to him as he kind of hangs over the bar. He looks up at you and says, "Well, come on in then. Warm yourselves by the hearth. I've got drinks." Ah, shit. He turns around. He kind of pushes on the cask a little bit. "I'll be getting more drinks. Sit down. I'll get to you." And he points over at an open table for you to sit at. Meanwhile, he turns around and kind of walks into this small little alcove. And he's a big human, rippling muscles, although he's hunched. It's mainly from like his ripped back muscles and his traps. And he grabs this cask and he kind of walks out with this cask and sets it down on the table, on the bar. And as he does that, you hear the pounding of these 10 other people. They start pounding on their tables and they start, like yipping, and they get really excited. They're all humans as you look about. It's a raucous sort of ceremonial, like tapping and slamming on the tables, hooting, hollering. And he looks over and he says, "The best gar we've got. Everybody want one then?"
Yes, absolutely.
Good. And he goes about pouring flagons of the gar, and eventually he brings them out to you and puts one in front of each of you, and he says, that'll be 8 silver. Where are you all from, you strange looking?
I would think that, for a place called Horn and Hog, they would be happy to have people with horns, so...
We're happy to have anybody that's paying. We're just curious where you've been from.
We're out of Rockport.
Aye, you're a long way from Rockport.
Quite a ways.
Let me guess, adventurers?
Quite so.
Yes. We've seen the likes of adventurers. Many.
Have you seen many lately come through?
Couple weeks back, right, boys? Adventurers, couple weeks back. Yeah, couple weeks.
And did they come back after going through?
Well, they pushed on to Castlevarg. Not too many come back from there.
Oh.
Is it that nice to stay there?
That's one way to look at it.
What do you know about Castlevarg?
Well, me, I've never been there, but, Janie, come on over. All right, one sec. And you see this woman kind of get up. She had a tankard in front of her as well, and she kind of wipes her face as she walks over and sits down at your table. Oh, you be looking for information about Castlevarg, then?
Oh, yes. Do you have any tales?
Oh, well, yes, of course. There's, well, how should I say it? It's cursed, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not a great place. I've been, well, I'm the last of the historians in town here, and, well, you know, it's a kind of strange. It's been, you know, it's the inhabitant of Baron Hedron and his line, yeah, but nobody's seen the man for about 100 years or so, 100 or so years. Oh, my mug's empty, damn it.
Yes, we should do something about that. Can we get another one of these for Jamie, our good friend?
Oh, thank you very much. You mind if I invite my brother Pete? Pete, come on over. We've got friends. And you see this little scrawny guy kind of get up. Hey, friends. Good day, night. What? Oh.
Hi, Pete.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pete. This is my sister Janie. He sits down. He just plops right down next to the Dragonborn. Oh, hey.
Here you go, Pete. And I'll just pass him my drink.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're going to Castle Vog? Is that right? Adventurers? Heroes?
We are.
Tell him everything you know, Pete. Give him the lowdown. Well, I've only been there once myself, and he says, I've got the, I've got this to prove it, and he takes off his cloak. You can see he kind of shuffles over, and he's missing an arm.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't go so well for me.
So you're saying it costs an arm and a leg to stay there?
It's expensive. It really is.
What took your arm?
My arm's off, but I get around without it. I still got both my legs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you do get around just fine without your arm. But how did you lose your arm?
Well, you see, there's different parts of Castle Vog. I made it to the lower grounds, and well, it's populated by barbarians, the Cromsmore Riders. They're terrible. They're almost beasts themselves. And I tried to escape, and I slipped, and I fell, and a rock slid down and landed on my arm.
And you cut your arm off to escape?
Well, I mean, I was there for 127 hours. It was terrible.
Oh my. Did you go there by yourself?
Yes, I was looking about. I was looking about for treasures and well, the Hulite shards, the very, very important gems and crystals that lay about, very powerful magic-wise.
Sounds expensive.
Well, if you can find them, they're free. You see, you can use them as spell components for powerful spell casting. In fact, some of the locals say that it's almost impossible to cast spells in some parts of the castle without them. It's true.
Man, we need one of those.
It's true, says Janie.
Do you think?
Did you see them?
The shards? Yes, of course. I found some. I have them.
Do you think that maybe you could draw us a map on this cocktail napkin and show us like where you saw some of those? Because it would be really helpful to be able to cast spells.
I found them in the Lion's Court. Just on the others, I scaled up the rock wall. As I said, it's a massive wall, and then I scaled down inside the courtyard, and I found some laying about. I gathered them up. Would you like to see them?
Oh, you have some?
Yes, of course. Janie looks over and says, "Pete, I don't know. They're just adventurers. They'll probably get lost up there like the last ones." No. Here, let me show you. He pulls out this, with one hand, he pulls out this burlap, like, wrapped up utensil sort of stash, and he rolls it out. He uses his one hand to kind of open it up, and you can see these light blue crystals that just glimmer and sparkle from the light of the fireplace and the lanterns. They're about the size of I don't know, maybe like a small carrot, like those mini carrots. They're really tiny, but they just sparkle and glimmer, and they're not nicely cut and polished. They look as though they were chipped off of a larger crystal. And there's 10 of them in this bundle.
Those are beautiful.
Yes, they are quite precious. Like I said, I gave my arm for it, but they'll come in handy someday. Right, Janie? Yes, Pete. We'll make a bundle and we'll be able to hire a carriage and leave this place. What else do you want to know about the castle? I have so many stories I could tell you.
Oh, any stories really? About like what kind of person lives there right now?
Oh, well, the Baron, he's an evil man. He was never very nice from what they say in the records. Of course, I've never met the man. Nobody's seen him for 100 years. But, well, there's a cult that has taken up residence, and it seems as though they're trying to summon something or harness the power of the region. There's been people going missing. There's people going sick, cursed, if you will. They say it has to do with Hedron and the castle. They call it the Castle of Mirrors. Can you guess why?
They're mirrors?
Huh?
The boat is clear? Yes.
Maybe. There is a main gate, a bridge on the upper levels, but it's very dangerous. I would not enter through that way. The bridge entry is said to be guarded by a battalion of the Baron's corrupted Vogswatch guards, sentries that are now under the power of some cult. Nobody knows. Sometimes they come into town and buy things, but they're not very nice.
And how did you enter, Pete?
I snuck through the ruins. I scaled up I scaled up the old walls, and then I dropped into the lion court. But then I got out because it was dangerous and I was scared. And that's when I fell as I was climbing down the wall. It's like 40 feet tall. Very dangerous.
So there's dozens, if not hundreds, of people in this place.
All I know is what's been told to me about the bridge entry and the guards. I didn't see any guards, but I heard voices and I saw raiders, which could be worse than guards. This is a site of many battles between tribes from the Cromsmoor Plateau, the Baron and his family, who have lived here for generations, centuries. The only known access where you can bypass the Vogswatch would be to enter through the old walls and make your way into the library. There's said to be a secret passage from the library to the upper halls.
The same wall you scaled.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And you did not make it to the library.
That was not my intent. I do not want to meet the Baron or any of the monsters within. I just wanted to get some of these crystals because I figured they'd be useful.
And are they?
All I know is what I've heard, that they're important for magic casting, that sort of thing. I'm not much of a magic person, but they are potentially valuable.
You see a lot more?
I grabbed as many as I could. This is as much as I could get. I was very worried. It was terrifying.
Oh.
My guess is that there's much more.
Treasure's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why else would they all be there? Something of worth.
At this point, Janie drains the rest of her flagon and sets it down. They call it the Castle of Mirrors because there's holes with mirrors everywhere. It's said that they connect to dark, hideous planes of existence, where the Baron's cultists seek to summon monsters. If you do delve into this place, perhaps it is. Be wary of the mirrors.
All right, we will be. I don't suppose you would let us borrow one of those crystals just in case.
I would sell one to you.
Oh.
Would you sell it for a drink?
Well, I think it's more valuable than that. I only have
2 drinks.
What about 1 second? And he and Janie are. No, not Janie. It's much more valuable than that.
So you could use one, right?
Well, I'm a sorcerer, so if I can't cast spells, it'll be a problem.
That would definitely be one of the first things we would look for getting in. Acquire some crystals.
And about that map, and Isol slides that piece of parchment that one of the drinks was sitting on over to him, and then like slides him over a little bit of charcoal to to draw. So, can you show us where exactly you found that wall to jump over, so that we can, maybe go in the same place?
Of course. Look, he starts drawing, and it's a pretty good map. He seems to have some skills in cartography. Even on a cocktail napkin with a piece of probably coal from the hearth. It looks pretty good. He's doing some shading on it and some nice line work. He says, if you're here to... Your intentions are to go to the castle then and do what? Speak with the Baron?
Explore. If there's evil, remove that. Maybe get some of these crystals. Find out what plagues this area.
Right, find out what happened to all those missing adventurers.
And glory. Always glory.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, our parents succumbed to the curse. Many of our friends in town succumbed to the curse. If you go to the castle and you meet the Baron, you must stop him. He takes the 10 crystals and he wraps them back up in the bundle and he pushes them towards you, Isol.
Oh, Pete. And he just takes them. We will absolutely make sure that no one ever again succumbs to a terrible curse.
Thank you. We need to be rid of this place. He looks over at you, Gil. About those 2 drinks, though, that would be nice.
No, I have this. 2 drinks, 2 more. Thank you.
So if you don't mind me asking, Pete, are there mirrors everywhere within the building? Did you ever see it in the castle?
I never made it that far in, so I didn't see any of these mirrors, but those are what the legends say. I don't know why there would be so many mirrors.
Interesting. Well, maybe think of a precaution, something to take with us. We can maybe get a bucket of tar, something to deal with those mirrors without having to smash them.
It's a great idea. At this point, the drinks come. They start drinking. I would say that you guys would have an opportunity here, utilizing maybe a skill check or anything that you would want to do to gain additional information. You've got sort of like the basics, but if you wanted to, if there's anything that you think might work in terms of gathering additional information, I would say let me know what that is and let's roll a die. Let's get a die roll.
Are we
There are other people in
using
the
the virtual
bar.
dice?
You can use
in the,
virtual
VTG?
dice. You can use D&D Beyond dice. You can use real dice, whatever you want to use. Use them all. But yeah, if there's something that you want to do, there's other people in the bar. There's Gulkus. We could even say that we'd have time for you to maybe go like get the tar and talk to somebody, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. But we'll get some rolls going and see what other information you can get.
Man, I don't know. So just curious because it's talked about as if the curse of the land almost stops them from leaving, or if it's changed something. So just environmentally, whether asking Pete or whatnot, is there something different that he found or has experienced with the actual environment?
Okay, why don't you give me a nature roll? And this is kind of between you and Pete, sort of. It's kind of a fusion roll, if you will.
At a 7.
Okay. You don't get the sense that there's anything like.
Sorry, I forgot to add. Got a 9. I don't know if it changes.
That's better. That's better than a 7. Here's what you get from that. Pete relays to you essentially that the reason that he is stuck here is because they don't have any money, and they have no way to get from this frontier town to Midland, which is many days' journey. He does relay the fact that actually his sister Janie, who is the historian, relays the fact that this land was once a beautiful, lush region where there were farmlands, and it was a thriving commerce up the river, back over a century ago, maybe 200 years ago. Like I said, this place was built 300 years ago to service like a merchant trade up the river. But since about 100 years ago, this land has been sacked with mists and darkness. And there has been sickness and people have died, and it's attributed to the castle and the strange mystery of what's going on there. Anyone else?
Go ahead.
Would I? Is there anyone in town who is sick now that I could go speak with, or see if I can do anything to ease any suffering?
Yes, of course. You would have an opportunity to go speak with somebody, we'd say. So, what would you inquire? Would you like a examination or something, or fill me in?
Yeah, just kind of seeing, what's the curse kind of entail? What's it doing to him physically, kind of thing.
Okay. Would you use a medicine check, you think, for that, or do you have you're a cleric, right? You might have some spell work or something that you could use.
Yeah, probably just be a medicine check, I think.
All right. Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Oh yeah, going good tonight. 5.
Ooh. You meet with an older gentleman who looks to be sort of like of a peasant class, and he looks pale. His skin is kind of shriveled and shrunken. The angles of his skull sort of showing through, and he is mumbling a bit, and he kind of pulls you close at one moment and mumbles into your ear something that you can't make heads or tails of. Maybe it's in a different language even. You're not sure. But he looks to be, as they say, ill, and not long for this world.
I think what is needed is more light, bringing light to this town. I think that'll help solve the problem.
Are we all there with him when
Sure.
he makes this visit?
Sure.
Did any of us understand what he said?
Well, I would say roll a history check for me. We're just kind of doing a montage here as we sort of gather some information and move on from Edsel.
13.
What languages do you speak? Infernal and...
I do. Abyssal, Common, Draconic, and Infernal.
You recognize a couple of words. It appears to be some sort of old dialect of Infernal that this man is speaking, and it's almost like he doesn't know what he's saying. You get the sense he's just saying these words over and over again, and the word that you pick out is blood.
Oh. Is there something wrong with his blood? Yeah, I'm picking up a few words from, my homeland, and I'm noticing, something he said sounded a little like blood.
That's about all you can get from it.
I'm not very good with medicine,
I'm gonna
What about,
entertain in the bar.
Yeah, okay.
I want to try to get the spirits up of these people. They seem so depressed. They need
Okay.
a little enlightenment.
Sort of loosen them up a little bit. Get them
Yeah,
talking, maybe.
Yeah, get some smiling. Yeah, maybe we'll
like
get
it.
loose lips with that.
Let's get a performance check from you.
Let's do performance. That says 26.
Oh my.
And I say, while I'm performing, friendly dragons are fun, flying through the air. If it wasn't for their fiery breath, you'd hardly know they're there. They like to make sandcastles and play dice in the park. And thanks to their fiery breath, you can find them in the dark.
People are just clapping. Everybody, they're all hammered with the gar, and they're cheersing, and gar is splashing everywhere, and they love it. And you rolled a 26, you say?
Yes.
All right. So after your performance, you sit down to have your own mug, and a man sits down next to you, and he tells you that there's a rumor that the Baron has succumbed to a disease, and he says a word. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Draconic, and not well.
He says a word that you don't understand, and you kind of maybe look at him like, I don't get it. And then he whispers in a hushed tone. He says, "Vampirism."
That would make sense.
You also learn, because of a 26, that this power that the Baron is pulling from the countryside, from the people, the life force that he's draining, is being harnessed by himself and a cult, and that he will eventually rise as a demigod to rule the land, or so the tales say.
Well, he must be stopped.
How about Hoon? What's Hoon do to? Is there anything you want to do, Hoon, to gather some intel here? There's still a little bit of information here.
Well, yeah, he wanted to, what caught his ear specifically about the whole castle of mirrors is that he wanted to see what he could do to verify just how entrenched that myth is, and really, as a precaution, where could he find maybe a bucket of tar he could take with as a way to mar a mirror, say if it is spirits or demons coming out of the mirror, something like that, is that's how they travel in and out. Just a way of control in case we don't want to get overwhelmed if we end up tripping something.
So first of all, yeah, you definitely are able to purchase some tar, like a small bucket of tar, and that'll cost you 2 copper, excuse me. Why don't you give me either a history or an arcana check?
Let's see. Well, let's see how this. A 17. I rolled an 18 and -1. I got 17.
Nice. All right, so you hear more from the shopkeeper tells you a little bit more information about how there are. It's not that there are mirrors everywhere, but they have been moved to certain locations within this castle. There is a ancestor of this man who actually would bring supplies to the castle, and he remembers when they had moved them to a central hall in one of the towers, and there are tales that he cannot verify that hall is a space of great power that is pulling energy from not just this plane but from other planes to further empower the Baron's rise to demigod status. Also, you learn that there is potentially, there's said to be arcane knowledge hidden in the library that could perhaps provide information on how to stop this strange ritual. Now, as this montage happens and all of you are sort of moving about this town over a bit of time, perhaps even into the next day, we could say that you stayed the night, so you would regain any spell slots or anything like that. You have a following of townspeople that have been starting to kind of gather about and follow you around. And as you wake up the next morning, there are some of them that are camped outside the tavern, the inn, and they are imploring you that you do something about this evil that's emanating from the castle, as if you are now the heroes of Edsel, which seems about right, because you are. So is there anything else you'd like to do before you depart town? You've got a map, you've got a bucket of tar, you've got some information, you've got some shards, these blue shards.
Can I get buy a small bag of flour, maybe, off of, the bar? You know, maybe off of the barkeep.
Absolutely. 2 copper, and you're able to get a small bag of flour.
Excellent.
All right.
While we were not in front of all the townspeople, because obviously maybe they don't all know, or maybe they do, I inform the party of the stuff I learned at the bar, how he said he believes it's a vampire that we might be up against. We may want to get some wooden stakes. I don't know if we can get holy water, but wooden stakes seem cheap enough.
Yes. So there's no place to get holy water here. There was what you would pass for a temple, more of like a chapel, that was burned to the ground a long time ago and never rebuilt. And there are plenty of wooden stakes that you could have purchased or made. You could ask some of the locals. They probably have them at the ready, like mallets and stakes. Like, please, take care of this, whatever. So you can definitely get some stakes. You'd probably be able to get, I don't know, 1 each pretty quickly.
Right. And who else? Which one of us are routinely using magic?
No.
Some.
Some as well.
All right. I will give kyanite and sorry, my brain. And Tobias one of those crystals, just in case they are actually useful. The ones I got from Pete.
Well, thank you.
Excellent.
Hopefully this comes in handy.
Yeah, let me know if you need more of them, but so far I don't know if they're useful. I'm just hoping.
Let's hope we find more in the courtyard.
Let's hope.
And I got some suspicious thought. Could I find mirrors?
In town?
Yes.
Interestingly enough, there are no mirrors in this town.
This is the least vain community I have ever seen.
People's hair is not combed. Yeah. Makeup is off.
How did they know that when their makeup is on point? I don't know.
I don't think they can afford that.
That's very true.
But they could be like me, and I'll just reach down and grab some mud and just... Earth is the best makeup.
Sure.
Look at my shell. And I'll just like wrap the seaweed, tuck it around the shell some more. It smells great. And it's pretty raunchy of a smell. It's been a while since he's replaced it.
Oh yeah. You just keep on doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need fan art for
You, Gel.
Gel for sure. Seaweed and mud makeup. I love it. It's a mud mask, is what it is.
Like, see, I'm telling you.
You ever tried the dust bear? No.
There you
All
go.
right.
That's why you bought flour.
No, like a flower has a lot of possible uses. Like we can eat it if we get hungry later and there's no food. Or I can dump it on someone's head for a joke. Or like lots of things.
Or like bucket sand. Yeah? Hoof. They run away.
I love
I'm
it.
sorry. That's what I think of.
So
All
there
right.
is no mirrors, no form of any mirror.
There are no mirrors in town. There's not a
That's
hand
funny.
mirror. There's not a wall mirror. Nothing.
Okay.
Do we know, like, what else do vampires not like in case it's a vampire? Because that's the worst case scenario.
I don't know if it's true, but I hear onion, garlic, not onion.
Hey, thanks for the follow, DJ D2010. Appreciate it.
I don't know. Like, we could ask and see if there's garlic.
Is it true that garlic works?
Galcus, do you have any garlic?
Someone could make, if you're trained in Arcana, you could make an Arcana check if you'd like. If you are
Sure.
trained. Yep.
Who does not know a damn thing about magic?
You don't get the sense that the garlic thing has a whole lot of validity, but you can find garlic. If you'd like to purchase garlic, you certainly could. But you, based on what you remember from your studies as a
If
sorcerer,
we're in a place together, we could put a little garlic in our nose to help with the that.
To help with
Is
Gal?
that my shell?
Yes, your shell.
that tracks.
He's the Rainmore, I think.
That's harsh.
I'll pass. Thank you.
So would you
there would
like,
be a
if you
lot.
want garlic or any other supplies that you would like, we can do that, and then we can sort of move to getting to the castle itself. So you want some garlic?
Well, since I know that that's probably not a thing, I'll pass.
Okay.
I don't spend money on something that I think won't work.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with having a steak. I don't want to. I'd rather just avoid smelling like garlic. The whole adventure.
You smell like food.
I don't want to be tasty to anyone.
may not be good.
Walk in well seasoned.
Oh, no.
Man, I'm really hungry for some reason. Something's in here. Like crap, it gave me away.
All right.
Diesel, is there any validity to silver?
Let me think about it.
Yeah, with that 15, you know that there is.
Yeah, actually, I think the silver would be far more effective than the garlic.
I think whom has silver?
I'm not the kind of bitey person.
I mean, you can learn.
I've never. No, I don't think I'm willing to. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of life.
The bite attack from our dwarf against the Baron. I love it. I can't wait to see that happen.
You know what? Not gonna lie, I've thought about it just now. I'm like, if it comes down to it, I will just insert that right into the situation.
Oh my god, I hope that happens. Let's make that happen. So you gather supplies, my friends, and you gather yourselves. The people of Edsel are again supportive. You get the sense that they believe that you can do something to save them, to end this darkness that has plagued this town for generations. It hangs heavy on you. Not only your task given to you by the Lady of the Lone Eye, who is your matron, the one that has sent you here on a mission, And you're 5th level characters. You've been on many missions together in the past for the matron. She's sent you on various tasks. This one seems, in relative to some of the other missions you've been on, other quests, this seems very dire, as you kind of have a chance to spend some time with these people and get a feel for the losses that they've had in this dark place. It gives you a little bit of energy and motivation, let's say, to move forward, which you do. So if there's anything else that you forgot, you can write down on your sheet in terms of anything that's in the player's handbook that would be equipment you'd want. But I don't think you need to necessarily go into it too much. You just will probably be able to have that. We'll move forward. You make the journey to Castle Varg, and it's no small feat. The traverse is harrowing. Switchbacks, trails that barely wide enough for a cart or a wagon or a carriage, into this dark, fog-filled foothills of the Cromsmoor Plateau. You spend one night in the wilderness, restless, as you make your way. The final push through a steady drizzling rain to the castle. Lightning and thunder illuminates the sky and rings in your ears. Before you, following the map that was given to you by Pete, you come to what appears to be, as the mists are, as they part for a moment, they reveal a walled fortress, a massive black stone gatehouse, surrounded by this titanic ruined wall, both of which sort of feign to protect this looming castle that's perched up above. So you're sort of on like the ground levels, looking forward to this protective structure that seems to be ruined in many cases, a gatehouse, a 40-foot tall wall, and then above the Castle Varg. What would you like to do as you approach?
Well, I do believe we should not head towards the guardhouse. Maybe we do follow the advice from Pete and scale the wall.
Yeah, I would agree. We're definitely want to start searching for that place that Pete pointed out that he mentioned about climbing or scaling the wall, the ruined wall.
I have a rope if we need it, but we should be really careful because it sounds like there's lots of people here. So maybe we should see if there's guards who regularly walk around or where they hang out. And who knows, maybe it would be better to enter at night.
Yeah, that would be easier if we waited till nightfall to avoid being seen. I guess maybe take some time.
So
Just
is
set
not
watch.
Is not the night the time of the vampires? If that is what we are up against.
This is true. If anyone's feeling stealthy, I could always cast invisible on you.
True.
You could wander around for a few hours. Hopefully not a few hours, but up to a few hours being invisible to look around.
I am totally okay with that. You've had me do this a few times before. I just didn't need the invisibility, but that would be a huge help.
Okay.
Just as a quick question, is it all dry land? Is there a moat around this place, or is it just wall and dry land?
It's a wall and dry land, and it's like these like granitic outcrops, right? That sort of almost themselves form some sort of a barrier, and then built atop that is this stone fortress wall. There's no moat. There's no water other than the streaming rain that's falling down, the rivulets, the small little trickles of water that are running at your feet and down your shell, across your face, soaking your seaweed in your mud bath. But there is no moat per se, but it is very wet.
But yeah, I can make him invisible for an hour. If you want to scout about, see what you see?
Yeah, I could see. I can get quite a bit of information back to us in less than an hour. We just need to
Okay.
know where they are, how many, and change of the guard is probably not common. I mean, how organized are they going to be?
Right. I cast invisible.
All right. So you cast invisible on Hoon. Whom? What is your? You're gonna head up to which part? There is sort of like the wall, and then there's the gatehouse as well. There's a causeway that leads up to the gatehouse itself that appears to have been paved with like cobblestones. Many of them missing or broken or torn out, perhaps from some sort of a geologic event that may have happened there or a battle. There, as you get, yeah. So you could do that, or you could go towards like the wall itself and bypass the gatehouse. It's kind of up to you which way you want to go here.
So I think I would want to at least, if I can get a look at just how bad the gatehouse really is, and then move on to the wall. Just getting like, at least so that we have an idea of just how bad it would be if we had to go through there.
Okay.
No choice. And from the gatehouse, then checking to the wall and look for where it would be best to approach the wall.
All right. So you're going to approach, you're invisible. So let's do a stealth check with advantage as you approach the wall.
26.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, you stealthily make your way across the causeway, carefully choosing your steps. You notice as you get closer that there is a glow from inside the gatehouse, perhaps a flickering glow of a small fire or a lantern. The gate itself is crumpled and broken and twisted. It's an iron gate that has been damaged, severely damaged by some unknown cause. The battlements seem to be largely in ruins, although there has been some work done to repair some of the battlements. Beyond the gate, it's unclear. I would like you to give me a perception check as you kind of scout out the situation in terms of numbers.
That would be a 21.
So you get to certain locations, you hide for a few minutes, completely quiet, unseen, and you see multiple figures walking about, just sort of the silhouette given off by the flickering light within the gatehouse itself. Beyond the crumpled gate, you see that there are individuals perhaps smoking pipes, the faint regular glow of the embers of their tobacco or whatever it is that's in their pipe illuminating their face momentarily as they pull a strong drag from their pipe. You get the sense overall that there's probably 20, maybe, would be a good estimate. Perhaps more. They don't appear to be of some sort of a legionnaire or, I would say, like uniform wearing force. They are indeed what you now assume to be the Cromsmore Raiders. They are dressed in hides and leathers. There's really, some of them are heavily armored, others are not, perhaps having picked up pieces of armor and repaired them from battles that have taken place here before. They appear to be not the Varg's Watch, which you would expect to be much more of a organized and similar looking force. These are the Raiders.
Okay. Oh. It's more manageable than what it could have been, but yeah. And they don't seem all that alert. They just seem like they're more or less doing what seems like a routine of just being there. Not much going on. Maybe like a sense of boredom.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. All right. Well, knowing that, that's good to keep in mind in case in case we're forced to go through there. I'm gonna go and take a closer look along the wall, the Great Wall, to see whether or not we could approach it without being seen. and
Okay.
where we can actually scale it from.
Do another, as you move into this next area, give me another stealth roll with advantage because you're invisible.
27.
Wow. Yeah, you move a distance from the location that you were in to scope out this wall. It's titanic. It's huge. It's partially in ruins, but for the most part, it seems to have held its structure despite multiple explosion locations along its exterior. It's about 40 feet in height. It looks to be scalable with the right equipment, ropes and that sort of thing. You're not sure what's on top, but it looks to be, let's see. Why don't you give me a perception check again, and before I reveal too much.
That's a 7 on the perception.
It looks to be a really big wall.
Big wall. I mean, 40 feet up is pretty high.
40-foot wall.
The thing that does strike me is that this has been scaled before. And there's no leftovers from somebody scaling it before. It seemed like they freehand it. Maybe Pete, that's what Pete did. Maybe he freehand his way all the way up the wall, unless he left any like pitons or anything else. Maybe even rope of his own, unless people that took residence here cut it off.
There's an example of what the wall looks like in the VTT for you.
Excellent. Woo, okay. Just zoom in on that.
So do you make your way back to the party then?
Okay,
report?
you know what? Yes, absolutely. Because the work, I'm split between check to make sure that it would take a while for me to climb that and come all the way back down. So I'd rather just come back before the invisibility wears off.
Is that an hour? Is that an hour?
Yeah, it's an hour.
Yep. So you're probably getting close to the end of that. So you'd probably want to hustle back.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
So after about an hour, your friend returns. You hear him approach, now not having the invisibility anymore, but not having been detected. And you report back to the party of what you found.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to, for the most part, in short words, share that there are plenty in the gatehouse. I just had to take a check. Maybe about 20 or so figures, not the Varg's castle forces. It's actually held up by raiders from the looks of it. A mishmash of equipment. They seem relatively bored, so they're not on high alert. But just in case we do have to go through there, on the off chance if that's how we leave, because I know there's no telling it once we get past that wall if that's how we're going back. But I did find a good place that we could scale from. It seems like it would be relatively safe from detection. I have some ropes and pitons. Maybe if the rest of you also happen to have anything along with. I know we've been having to leave behind equipment every once in a while out of circumstance, buildings collapsing, such.
Well,
like
I
that
have
one
a rope.
time. There you go. That would be very helpful. So 50 feet, if you got a coil of 50 feet of rope, that'll be perfect. I think what'll probably help the most, unless some of you have ways to get up there to help you get up there, maybe I should take some stuff up with me, go first, and then drop rope down so that everybody else can come up a little bit more easier. How's that sound?
Sure, that would be great. I mean, I can always jump really high if I have to.
I haven't seen that before. That'd be pretty impressive. It's 40 feet.
I mean, I'm not sure if it'll work, but I do have a spell for that. It triples my jump distance.
Triple two times. Wait,
I also climb pretty well. Also, I'm very athletic.
That'll be very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. And if things go south and we have to escape, I do have Featherfall.
Oh, I've heard about Featherfall before.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a tricky spell.
That 40 feet feels comfortable.
40 feet is fine.
Gil, are you going to be okay with climbing the wall?
I should be. I do have a question, though. Are the raiders raiding the city, or are they raiding the castle?
I think my theory is they actually raided the castle.
Then
Oh.
could we have them create a distraction or utilize them?
Are you sure they raided the castle?
That's a
And
theory,
they're not
unfortunately.
maybe just hired goons?
Are they not the ones fighting with the other group? I don't know.
It sounded like Pete was very wary of them. They're a little barbaric and aggressive, so might not be safe.
My guess is whatever looks valuable to them, they're going to take. And I would imagine, as formidable as we are, we probably would also carry something valuable, and they would probably fight us for it. Unless you have some very good bargaining, I don't imagine they would want to work with us. I think they would.
I have my seaweed.
Some people think I'm very charming.
You could.
That's
you
about
guys,
all I got.
You could very much probably convince them, or your magic. We've seen you do things. Perhaps make them make their own ruckus as we climb the wall.
Well, I mean, I could cast darkness on them, and that would cause a hubbub.
That is scary when you do that.
It's just a little thing I learned.
And you can make that stick with someone, right? I think you've done that before, casting it on an object of theirs.
That is possible, yes.
I think, yes, I think I could probably do that. Maybe I could, make one of their belt pouches the center of darkness, and then they wouldn't ever be able to get out of it, and they would all run around and scream and such, and, it lasts, 10 minutes or so that could be quite a distraction.
I would agree.
But I need to get within 60 feet.
So I'm hearing a plan is materializing of creating a darkness distraction on the Cromsmore raiders who have taken up residence in the guardhouse, while then you scale the wall. Is that what I'm hearing?
Do you think you can get within 60 feet, and to get that to work, or do you think you would need help?
Not exactly quiet.
You do, however, have some sorcery abilities that might help you there, right? Don't you have extending range as a sorcerer?
I don't know if
Oh,
I
is it
chose
meta?
range. I think it was time, but let me look.
Oh, it's a duration thing.
That's what I like about
Yeah,
the magic so cool.
duration.
Got
So, instead of 1 minute, it could be 2 minutes. 10
Yeah.
minutes, it could be 20 minutes. But yeah.
Would it be bad if they saw you with darkness they can't see?
Oh, I suppose that's a very valid point. Even if I walked right up and said hi, and then I cast darkness on them, they
Yes.
they
he wants to be able to see me, I just run away.
And at that point, could we just go that route and skip the wall? As you do see some, you guys know that. I mean, he can climb. He's not bad, but he's slipped from time to time.
Yeah, that is a good point. But I mean, if you end up going last, we could kind of pull you up. Like as long as you're able to hold good grip with the rope, I could see that working. I mean, we have
That
some
could work. That could
pretty
work.
strong individuals here. As a team, I think we can do that. But I would say I'm unsure about going through the gatehouse with darkness because they're dealing with the darkness, but we don't get the privilege to not deal with it going through either. So while they're distracted, we still have to avoid running into them getting through. And that could get us caught up. Yeah, I would be very worried about one of us getting caught up in the melee.
All right. Well, how about I run over there, I say hi, I'm a tiefling, and then I cast darkness on them, and then I run really quick back the other way, and someone helps me over the wall because I am not very strong.
That's awesome.
So tell them you're here to talk to them about their cart warranty.
Yes.
Have you heard about the extended cart warranty?
Oh, I love this. I love this plan.
Your cart might not be insured right now.
Hey, is our cart insured? I don't think so. She's on to something. All right, so you're gonna make your way up to the gatehouse. It sounds like Isol.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
and you're just gonna waltz right up there. You're not gonna try to stealth or anything.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna. Hi. Hello.
First off, roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh yeah.
Should the rest of us be like trying to start the wall climbing bit while she's doing this?
Yep, you can be getting things ready as she's doing this. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Very nice. You watch as you approach it's dark, right? You see some lanterns get held up, hooded lanterns that shine a little bit of light on you. There are bows drawn, and they kind of look at each other like, who the hell is this? And they kind of lower their bows for a minute. Who are you?
Hello. I am a tiefling and I am a little bit lost. I was wondering if you could give me directions back to town.
She wants
And I'm gonna
directions.
try to get within like 60 feet of hopefully the group of them, like not just to somebody who's close to me, but the mass of people.
I would say with the persuasion check of a 20, that you're able to get within range of your spell. And you can see now as you get closer, they're communicating with each other, and it starts to get a little tense. And one of the guys yells out, "Death to Westlanders! Send ye home to the West then!" And you see that the bows come up as if they're going to start shooting at you. They're going to loose some bows.
Darkness.
And all of a sudden these arrows just kind of go, and they just kind of fly past you as you just kind of sneak back away, and your darkness takes over the space. Did you cast it on, you could have cast it on a person, you could have cast it on a building.
I will have cast it on a person.
Okay.
Probably a person in the middle, with a ranged weapon, not one who would have run up to attack.
Yep. You just hear shouts, and the rest of the party can hear sort of muffled shouts in the distance, kind of giving you the idea that something's going on. Hey, where'd she go? What does it do? Help us. And you make your way back to meet your friends. This is going to give you all advantage on any stealth checks that you make in this next bit. So while Isol is doing this, you have strung up some ropes onto the 40-foot tall fortress wall here. Let's get some acrobatics checks. Who's going up first?
I'll go first.
All right, Whom? Let's get an acrobatics check as you climb.
Acrobatics. Climbing.
While
I got
I'm
that
running,
knife.
I would like to cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I rolled an 8 using that rope. Oh boy. I got second story work, so it's not like it would take me, like a normal person to go up a little faster than usual.
Yeah, you start climbing. You rolled an 8 total.
An 8 total, yeah.
Yep. You put
Cool.
your weight onto the rope about 5 feet up, and it just pulls out of the wall, and you fall back on your butt. But you don't take any damage. It just wasn't set right.
All right. It's yeah. That.
And you're
Something to do with
supposed to help me over that.
Don't worry. We didn't see anything, and I would like to cast guidance on him. On him.
Oh, there we go.
So you'll get additional D4 for your next attempt.
I'll go next.
It's just bad stone. That's all.
I'll
Don't
go
worry.
next.
We will pull you up, rooted like rocks. It'll be fine.
All right,
You go
Kai
ahead.
Knight, give me an acrobatics check as well.
How about an athletics?
Or excuse me, athletics. Yep, athletics.
I'm going full strength.
Yep.
Buff.
21 total.
Yeah, you watch as your Dragonborn companion, as you've seen before, just digs in with claws and climbs up, holding onto the rope at points, but you make it up 40 feet to the top and look down. Who's next?
Okay.
I'll go. I'll try again.
Now I can help pull the rope up with him as he grabs on.
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you'd get an advantage on this with the help action.
Yeah, I could take the length of rope, tie it around my waist, and then go for the free hand while you're pulling me up. Give me assistance. Okay.
And you have guidance as well.
And guidance. Yeah, let me throw that guidance in. A D4, right?
Yep.
All right. So. Yeah, 22 total.
Yeah, this time you sort of brushed yourself off, and you're able to climb up and meet your Dragonborn friend on the top of the wall.
Thanks, Sky Knight. All right, you ready to bring the rest up? So,
let's do it.
Unfurl the other rope and dig that down so that we can kind of like two-man it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
I will go. I need help.
All right, give me an athletics check with advantage because you are being helped.
All right.
Or acrobatics?
They
athletics.
are exactly the same.
Oh boy.
One. All right, 15.
It's a little bit harder going for you. You're not an expert climber, but you make it up. You are, with the help of your friends pulling on the ropes, you're able to get up at the top, and you look out, and it's a long ways down.
Oh man. I will take out my rope, and I will try to put a rope going the other way down. Like maybe I can attach it also to the same pitten, or so we have like ropes on both sides.
Okay.
Well, I can add some more pittons in order to make that work, especially just for that. That's it. Unless you're trying to counterbalance stuff. Absolutely.
Either or.
So you two start working on the other side, where you're going to traverse down or descend. Who's next climbing up?
I guess I'll rush up so that
Tobias?
I can help pull up Gil.
All right. Hey, thanks for the follow, Renreb.
21 to climb over.
Oh yeah. Now it's getting easy. You've seen sort of the handholds and the footholds. You've got Kyanite pulling on the rope, helping you up, and you make it up to the top. And now,
The two of us kind of now assist.
Yep. All right, Gal.
21.
Oh yeah. Easily, you pull up your companion, your tortoise companion, and you make it to the top. The five of you now standing, looking about. You see the glow of the lantern in the guard tower to the gatehouse to the east, and you see this. How long does the darkness last for, Isol?
10 minutes.
All right, so eventually that fades, and you see that there are raiders that are now searching about. They went out. There's a small group that went out to where they last saw you with torches, and they are now walking about the gatehouse. I'm going to need everybody to roll a stealth check at this point. You do not have advantage anymore because the darkness has faded.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Same. Yep.
And
I'd
I
say
have 19.
Okay.
15 with disadvantage.
All right.
is it at disadvantage?
No, just me because my armor.
Oh,
Your armor, yeah.
okay.
Isol,
Well,
what'd you
for
get?
me,
So no, anybody under a 15? Oh, both of you. Okay. So as they're on high alert now, so they're actively looking for you, and you see some of them look up and start shouting, and all of a sudden arrows start flying in your direction.
No.
These are going to be with disadvantage because they can't quite see all of you. They're mainly shooting at the tiefling and the dragonborn, which for some reason you're just kind of standing there looking about. And so there are going to be a couple of longbow shots coming at in your direction. This one will be at Isol. It's going to be a 5 is going to miss you. A second shot at you is going to be a 5 as well. On Kyanite, that's going to be a 8. And good God, another 8. So the shots all miss you. They just the arrows just hit around you, but you get the sense that they kind of know where you are. It's probably time to descend and get off this area.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Is the rope still hanging over the side we came up? We should probably pull that up.
pull that
leave
up real
there?
quick.
You sure? You just leave that there.
We can
Somebody
leave
else-
it at the
Just
top, but that way
Swing
they
it
don't follow
around
us.
to the other side, so the tail's on the inside, and
Mhm.
then when we have to run out, we'll have 2.
All right, so you do that and you start to descend. Based on the amazing rolls that you made earlier, I'm not going to make you re-roll your athletics checks. You descend, helping each other into what appears to be a courtyard. Let's get a... who wants to make a survival check for me? Someone trained in survival. Please make a survival check.
Sure. Ten.
Okay. You drop down into an area of tangled trees. The terrain is difficult to move through. It's not what you didn't really notice this little thicket, but you drop down into it and you sort of make your way through it as best you can. And you find yourself now looking out as you sort of crouch at the edge of this thicket. There is this interior courtyard. There are trees that choke out most of it. It looks as though it's been overgrown again for centuries, probably. These are very adult, large trees in many cases. There is rubble littered everywhere, and you do make out in the probably about 30 feet into the center of the courtyard, although it's difficult to see amongst the trees, there appear to be figures, motionless.
Do we happen to see any of those crystals that supposedly are laying around the courtyard?
You're gonna sort of investigate or give me a perception check as you look
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Don't want to move out too much.
Okay,
but
so just kind of a
quick
glimpse.
glance. Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
Only a 10.
Okay. You do not see any. You do, however, see these statues, and you can make out that they appear to be lion-shaped almost.
Get maybe a closer look at that.
Careful.
Don't know how well that fits the motif of the castle, but all right.
All right, so you're going to move out towards these statues.
Carefully approach.
And when you say carefully, how do you mean? Do you mean like stealthily, or what would you like to do in that sense?
I'm definitely my idea is to say like my approach is a little bit more half speed, trying not to make a lot of noise, and being ready to spring away as soon like if something was to actually like pop. Just being very alert at this point because I'm concerned about stepping into an ambush or a trap. So
Okay.
stealthily, I could see that definitely being very alert.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Well, stealth by itself, that's 14.
Okay. Are the rest of you following, or is whom heading out on their own into this area to investigate?
I would like to maybe do an Arcana check to see if this is some kind of guard dog or other spell that would be for guarding.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Tobias isn't the most stealthy and has learned to let Hume do what he can.
I rolled a 9.
From this distance, it's really hard. Isol, you can just barely catch out, and it's only because Tobias sort of pointed it out to you that they appear to be in the shape of a lion. You don't really, you're not close enough to really get a read on what they are beyond that. They have not moved.
I'll follow Hume, but even slower. So like half of his speed. So I'm not trying to keep up with him by any means, but still advancing just even slower. Kind of tortoise speed.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and roll a stealth check?
Tortoise half speed.
Is tortoise quarter speed at advantage?
If you have something that would grant you that advantage, but just in general, it's not.
Okay, 15.
You feel as though you're doing a really good job of sort of keeping pace and silence with whom as you approach.
So it's still trying to stay just behind him though too, not like directly behind him, but even further back. So the half distance between the main group and him. So it's still even further back. I'm not trying to keep up with him.
Okay, got it.
Kind of like a sneak chain going on here.
Yep.
What about our Dragonborn friend?
I'll go slow too. I'm not too quiet either, so I'll go at half speed.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
At half speed, is that still a disadvantage with my armor, or is that normal?
You are stealthing at half speed, so it's still with disadvantage. Okay. Literally, when you stealth, your movement is reduced by half.
Okay. That would be a 10 total.
10 total, okay. And did we already get Tobias's roll? I don't remember if Tobias rolled a stealth check or not.
Sorry. 9.
Okay. that fits perfect. So, Isol, you already rolled a stealth check, or did you not? I don't recall that either.
After I jumped down, I don't know that I did.
If you're gonna move forward, why don't you give me one as well?
Okay.
Gel and Whom, as you approach, you can see that there are more than one statue, and it appears as though some of them, they're in different poses. They appear to be strange lion-like creatures. Some standing on their hind legs, some lounging, as in this picture that I'm showing you on the screen here.
Yeah.
Isol, what'd you get?
8.
An 8. Okay, perfect. You hear from Isol from behind you as she sort of twists her ankle on a rock, and at that sound of her, Tobias and Kyanite sort of bump into each other, and you hear the clang of some armor as you turn about. And as you do, you hear this low, like a roar, just a low grumble. Looking forward towards the statues, where there was a statue, just one, you see give me a let's see, Isol, why don't you give me a D4 roll, please?
Oh no.
This guy got ahead. Now there's more than one.
Okay. There are now 2, and one of them, my friends, is moving towards you. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh boy. You're killing me, Smalls. I got a 6.
You know, I like this group. I'm not the only one that rolls under 10 consistently.
Somebody is afflicted with the curse at least once per second.
25 to 20.
23 for Tobias.
Nice. Okay. 15 to 20. No. Okay. 10 to 15.
13.
Okay. Gil, 13. 5 to 10.
9.
7.
Wow. Okay. Hoon, what's going on?
What do you mean, what's going on?
What'd you roll?
I got a 6.
Oh no.
All that mess behind me, I'm just like, I turn around and I'm like, really? And then it's already too late. I got distracted.
Whoops.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Like,
all right.
Oh,
I love this.
Sneakiest person.
All right, so we have Gel and Hoon are in front, and the rest of you are sort of back here. And we have a lion creature. It is Tobias. It is your turn as you sort of clang into your companion Kyanite. What would you like to do?
Despite clanging and making noise, Tobias kind of gives Kyanite a really big smile and super excited, and he's gonna pull down his cowl and will pull out a trident and kind of give a few kind of yips back from his gladiatorial days of and start charging in, and will throw his javelin his trident as a the start of battle, getting really excited, and move up to Gel if possible. I don't know if I can make it that far.
Yeah, you can move. Sure, you can move up to Gel. It is difficult terrain, so you're kind of like pushing through brambles and in a thicket, but you are able to get there, and you're going to make a ranged attack. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Dang, only a 10.
You throw the javelin, and it flies past this creature that you can see movement from now as you advance up. And you throw the trident, but it goes wide and it hits the stone. As this creature pounces forward at Gel, it is going to roar. And it is going to pounce towards you, Gel, kind of coming at you with a claw attack. I'm pretty sure that's going to miss. A 10 is not going to hit you. As it sort of just falls short and just snarls at you. And it is like this sort of almost like a ravaged lion, full quadruped. So it's not like a humanoid lion at all. It is a lion that is coming at you. It does not look very well fed. It looks hungry. I do need you, Gel, to roll a d4 for me.
Ooh. That's ominous. 2.
Behind at the statue, 2 more of these lions emerge, and you don't really see it because you're sort of dealing with the one that's in front of you. But does anybody have a passive who's got a passive perception that's above 14? Anyone? So Isol, you see this glimmer from one of the statues, and you see these two lions spring forth from the glimmer.
Yeah. I just
Um,
realized I had a 15.
So you also see that. They also lurch forward, so they pounce towards Gel. This one's going to attack you again.
6 o'clock.
For 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
So that is going to be with a claw attack. Oh, that's not bad. That's four slashing damage to you. And Whom, it's going to miss you with a 6. It just lands short in front of you and snarls. That brings us to Gel. It's your turn. You have 2 of these things in front of you. Your partner Whom has 1.
You said that was -4? -14. How much damage?
That was just 4 damage total.
Okay.
Yep.
And how far am I from Hoon?
You're probably within 10 feet, 15 feet, I would say.
You mean to be side by side with you?
Yeah.
Is that the protection style, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have these 2 directly in front of me, right?
You do.
Okay, so I will. I'll just give a nice snicker glare, reach up, smell my seaweed, my lovely seaweed. Take my battle axe and go all in on the one on the left. So,
okay.
Knowing that one's closer to Hoon, so that just trying to create a gap here between us. I will take both my attacks on that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Alright, so my first attack got a natural 1.
That one will miss for sure. It just kind of dips out of your way.
Oh, sweet. I'm okay with that then. I thought there's gonna be more to that. I'm okay with that. Second one is a 18.
That one hits. Roll me some damage.
Damage. Yeah. 11 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah, you're using what kind of a weapon?
Battle axe.
Oh, so a big slashing battle axe attack. As you cut through this, it kind of yelps. What you said? How much was it total? 12?
11.
11. Okay, got it. All right. It does not kill this lion that has sprang forth, but it definitely has hurt it bad. Would you like to do anything else with your turn? You could move if you want, or if you have a bonus action. If you move out of range of melee, you would elicit an attack of opportunity, perhaps.
Right. Yeah. So I want to stay there. I'll just stay there, and I don't have a bonus action to take at this moment.
Okay. Kynite.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw both of my long swords and clink them together. And as I follow the school of swords, I'm going to perform one of my my blade flourishes. So as I slam the blades together a little bit to make some noise, my movement increases to 40 feet. So I would like to get up next to Gale if I could.
Yes, absolutely you could.
Okay. And so that puts me, I don't know, was he looking to have somebody like next to him to help him attack?
Yeah,
Like,
you would know after having fought alongside of these folks that Gel has a protective sort of strategy in his combat maneuvers, I would say. Would that be accurate, Gel?
That would be accurate.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get over here. I mean, can I get in between him and whom?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll get up there, and as I travel over there, kind of hitting my swords together, and I mutter my words of encouragement to myself for battle, and I say, deep within the earth's darkest core roams a beast that is no more, and yet among us still exists, growling flames and steaming mists. Over time legends die, not the dragon hear his cry. So with that, I will do an attack with my main hand.
All right.
Which will be, that is total of, and because of my blade flourish, it does extra damage, which is the my bardic ability. So, well, it's so the first hit's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And the second one, with my offhand, for my bonus action, would also be a 22 to hit.
Both of those hit.
On the die.
Hey, thanks for the sub, the resub leak season. Appreciate it.
So that is going to be a total of, that is really bad on the dice, plus 21 damage.
Okay, and is that against number 1 or number 2 or number 3?
That would be on number 2.
All right, yeah, you cut this lion down and it drops to the ground. It is dead.
Okay.
But 2.
And 8 of that damage was my inspiration die, which goes to both my hits, and then my AC goes up by 4 for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. College of Swords Bard. I love it. That brings us to Isol.
Okay. Am I within 60 feet of one of these lions?
Yes.
Okay. I will get within 60 feet and I will cast Ray of Frost. See this blue faint light crackling at my fingertips, and I send out a ray of blue energy at one of these beasts.
Okay. I would say it's probably number 3, the one that's near in front of Whom.
Okay, 26.
26 hits.
Oof, it's only 2 damage. But they are also their movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, how much damage? 2?
2.
Okay, 24 reduced speed by 10 feet. Got it. Anything else? Do you want to move or use a bonus action?
I will. Yeah, I'll move a little bit. Wherever I think is best. I don't know. We're theater of the mind. So
what are you trying to do?
Can I get any cover, or but still stay within range of spellcasting?
Yep, exactly. Like right where you are, you could find some rubble to hide behind. You could find a tree to hide behind. So you've got like partial cover, I would say, from where you are right now.
Yeah. And while I'm doing that, I just want to keep an eye out for anything glinting on the ground that looks like a power crystal.
Okay. Roll a quick perception check, and if you want to spend an action, you can do more of an investigation to look around.
Well, I've already used my action to attack.
Yeah, for next time, I mean.
9.
Yeah, you don't see anything glinting.
Okay.
That brings us to Hoon.
Okay. So it's just because I'm rogue, the key question always asked is Kyanite considered being like within melee of the line number 3 that I'm engaged with?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. That would apply for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so that lion charged up to Whom, and Whom had avoided the swipe, maybe with like a bit of a back roll, and then in that like same fluid motion, he gets back to his feet and lunges forward with drawing the rapier and does like a returning thrust, and trying to strike it, maybe going right for the heart. That's obviously, there's no way in hell an 8 is gonna hit. So
no, an 8 misses. It just kind of dips out of your reach.
You're doing great. You hear from behind a pile of rubble.
Where's that bardic inspiration? Anything else from Whom?
To be honest,
you have a bonus action?
I have bonus action
you
stuff,
can,
but
you can take I think you can dodge, you can disengage.
I could dash, disengage, and hide, but hide is not an option right in front of them.
No, but you could
dashing
disengage.
would get me in trouble.
If you
I could disengage.
You have a dagger in your other hand.
Well, I because I don't have 2-weapon fighting, as like a feat, I can only draw a weapon and use in the same action. I'd have to have another action to draw both weapons at the same time.
You can use a free action to draw a weapon. So you
Wouldn't
you could
that be
technically
the action I use?
Nope. You have a free action to interact with an object, so you could draw your second dagger as a free action, and you could use your bonus action to attack with it, but you just do not get your proficiency bonus to your attack roll.
My attack roll. Okay, if that's the case, then boom, then I'm, with the thrust, and seeing like maybe, with it trying to avoid the thrust, I'm taking the opportunity to try and like get it from around the other end with the dagger. So no proficiency added to the damage, right?
No proficiency added to the attack roll.
To the attack roll.
Yep.
Well, I rolled an 18 on the die, so
that hits.
On that hitting.
Yep, that hits, and then you just roll damage as you would normally roll damage.
Okay. Attack. Dagger is a D4. That is a 1 on the dagger. I'm adding my dex to the damage, or is that not applied as well on the 2 offhand?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so it'd be a 4 from the dagger.
Okay.
And I could roll the sneak attack because he is in melee.
Yep, because you didn't get it on the first attack, so you would definitely be able to use it because you can use it once per round.
Correct.
13 on the sneak attack damage.
Ooh, very nice. It's still up, but it is bleeding out in front of you. So it kind of like dodges out of the way of your first attack, and then you come around and hit it with your offhand and jab it right in the shoulder, and blood just... Pew. All right, that is your turn. Do you want to... Let's see. So you use your bonus. That's pretty much it. Unless you want to use your movement, but it would provoke an attack of opportunity, perhaps, if you did that.
Unless I use my movement to run an entire circle around it. Without leaving its melee range.
You could do that. You could do that. I'm sorry. You could run circles.
I could run circles around it. Let's just imagine I don't.
Give it some thought. All right, we'll go to the top of the round. Let's see. This time, I can't remember who rolled last time, but let's go. Hoon, why don't you roll a d4 for me?
Excellent. I love rolling dice. I got a 4.
A 4?
I got a 4. Just when I need a high roll. Here we go.
So, Isol, you're the only one that sees this, but there is a glint from the statue, and 4 more of these creatures, these lions, emerge from it and pounce forward. It's not their turn yet, though. Tobias, it's your turn. You see the creatures come forth. You just don't see them where they came from, but they are converging on you and your friends. 4 more of them.
I have learned a little bit from Gil on stratagem for fighting, so I will step next to him and take on the one in the number 5. I'm gonna try to pull out a flail and try to strike him with a melee weapon.
All right, number 5, go for it.
18 to hit.
That hits.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And that's being kind of guarded as I swung down with the flail. I want to swing back with my shield and actually try to push over the lion. So I'm going to do a shield master shove. So it'd be a contested athletics check to see if I can knock him prone.
On number 5?
Number 5, yep.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? I think I can do it to anyone within 5 feet. I'll actually do it to number 1.
Number 1, you're going to try to knock it down, basically knock it prone?
Yep, just knock it prone.
And it's a contested athletics? All right.
22.
I rolled a 13.
All right, so
number 1 is prone.
Yep, takes him out at his knees.
Prone.
And that would be it for my turn.
Hey, Phoenix, thanks for the resub, my friend. All right, that brings us to me. And this Phantom NJ, because of the wonderful, wonderful support that you've done for this fantastic fundraiser, No Kid Hungry, and the monster drop that you provided, I rolled on my handy dandy little D6 random table that I put together, and you watch as the lion, this is so perfect, the lion glimmers again. Isol, you're the only one that sees this. And out of it, almost like as it emerges from the lion itself, you see this winged monster. Roll a quick Arcana check for me, Isolde. For those of you watching, this is a lion drake.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 6.
You
so
you
26.
know, you have heard of these, you've seen them in books. This is a solitary predator, long neck and wings, reminiscent of a brass dragon, the head and body of a lion. Sometimes known as dragonets, lion drakes are ferocity. They are ferocious, and they have frightful roars. This is on par. This is on brand. As it comes out, and it looks at all of you. It then flaps its wings, and it flies. Let's see. Let me do this. Isol, why don't you roll a quick stealth check for me?
50.
All right. Let me roll a perception check
From
as it looks
behind
about.
my rubble.
Yep, it looks about. I also rolled a 15, so it does see all 5 of you. As it lets out the roar, I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
No.
And you want to
Oh,
meet
I'm
or
glad my
beat a
wisdom is
14.
decent.
Did anybody
I get a plus
roll?
1 to my saving throw, though.
Let me know if you rolled less than a 14. Vamp. All right,
I'm
Kyanite.
gonna
Anyone else?
use my inspiration because I got a dirty 0.
Okay.
12.
That's a good plan.
All right, so Isol fails. Does anybody else fail?
Nope.
All right, so if you were under 14, you are frightened of this creature for the next minute. What was the total roll, Isol?
12.
Okay, you're fine. You guys can repeat this on your next turn, but as a frightened creature, you have disadvantage on attack and ability checks when you're within line of sight of this creature. And there's something else too that I can't remember.
Can't willingly
you
move.
cannot willingly move. Yeah, thank you. You can't willingly move closer to it either. So just keep that in mind as you move forward. It is going to flap its wings, take flight, and fly over the party to land next to Isolde. And it is going to have an opportunity to make one claw attack at you.
Can I? So you said against saves, I have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, but not on saves.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, ability checks.
Yep. So I just rolled a claw attack on you, and it's going to be a total of 25 to hit.
Yup, that does hit.
You gotta have to blame Phantom NJ for this. This is a total of 13 slashing damage.
I reaction cast shield.
Yeah, you can do that. So that adds what to your armor class? 5? I think it adds 5.
Attack, oh gosh.
Tell me you're a
Yeah, that
spellcaster.
wouldn't
Don't
help.
tell me
So
you're a
never mind. Because you hit me with like 25.
25.
So
Yep.
Yeah. Nope. I'll just take it.
Okay. So I don't remember what I said, but that was. What did I say? 13 slashing. Thank you. 13 slashing damage to you. These creatures are going to start to swarm in. Number 4, number 5, and number 6 are going to attack Tobias. So let me get that going here. That's going to be a miss from number 4. Number 5 is a natural 1. Number 6 is going to hit, though, with I believe, a bite attack. 23 to hit you.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, and that's going to do a total of 9 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And then we have number 1, who's prone, is going to get up and bite at Gel for 16. No, I think he's almost unhittable, it seems like. Number 7 is going to move forward and pounce on Kyanite Ooh, that's probably going to hit. That's a bite for 23.
That's a hit.
That's going to hit for a total of 7 piercing damage. And then the last one, Whom, is going to bite at you, number 3. That is only a 15.
That'll hit me.
Oh, shoot. Okay. For a total of 10 piercing damage.
All right.
And it is now Gel's turn.
How do you treat simple statements as a free action, or does that take?
Well, tell me what you want to do. Or what you're thinking.
Yeah, so, well, our friend Isol is all by herself back there. So it'd just be a statement of, do you have, hey guys, do you have this?
Oh yeah, you can make a statement for sure. Yeah, like speak for, yeah, that's free.
Yeah, just like a speak and a quick response of, hey, do you guys have these things?
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Okay. So I will, because she's 60 feet back, right?
I would say,
how
probably.
far back?
I would say, 60 feet is what she said she was going to get in range of. So I would say 60 from where you are.
So I can take my movement. I know I will probably regret that. But I can take my movement 30 feet, action surge, dash 30 feet, and that will get me up to the creature.
You could do your movement 30 feet.
Yep.
You could do your action dash to get there. And then, you could use your action surge to actually make your attacks.
Again.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Yep, you can do that. Absolutely.
And I still haven't used my...
Go ahead.
Right. And I still haven't used my bonus action then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So perfect. And yes.
So you'll take, let's say you'll take, I would say you'll take 1 attack of opportunity from one of these guys. The one number.
I would like to use the protection to fighting style to make that disadvantage.
You got it. Very good.
Thank you.
And my die just went flying. That's going to be a 16. Nope. All right, so it misses you as you head back towards the creature.
Okay.
You have your action surge.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and attack twice on this creature.
Okay.
First one's a 9.
That one misses.
Second one's a dirty 20.
That one hits.
Okay. So I'm also going to use a superiority die, but first I will go ahead and roll. Battle axe is 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the superiority die for the bonus action is on grappling strike. Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack on your turn, you can expend 1 superiority die and then try to grapple the target as a bonus action. Add the superiority die to your strength athletics check.
All right, let's do it. Contested. I love this.
And what is the superiority die? I've actually
I think for you it's
a spider.
I think it's a D8 maybe for what level you are. It should say on your character sheet what the superior die is. And guys, just as a heads up, after this this bit here, we're gonna take a quick break because I do see that it's 8 o'clock. So if folks want to get in on the giveaway, we are going to be giving away a copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything for D&D Beyond before we leave here. So get in on the action by typing !drawing. Go ahead.
It is a D8.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your D20 and your D8. Add your strength modifier. And I can contest it with strength, with athletics or acrobatics, I believe, but I'm going to go athletics for this thing.
It's more than it's the modifier and proficiency, right? It's the skill check, or is it just a modifier?
It's the an acrobatics check for you.
Okay.
So it includes the modifier. Yep. All right, rollies. Here we go. 19.
Yeah, I got a 13.
Okay. You try to grapple it, but it sort of shrugs you off, as it is much larger than you are. and you have used your full action, your bonus action, your movement, your action surge. That was beautiful. I love where your head's at. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Before we do that, and when we come back, it's going to be Kyanite's turn in this combat. Big shout out to the folks who have been supporting the No Kid Hungry fundraiser. Rory, if you're interested, if you wouldn't mind, could you just give us a quick rundown on what they're all about? And if folks want to get in on this giveaway, drawing, go ahead, Rory.
Yeah, absolutely. So No Kid Hungry is an organization that's helping current establishments, whether that be school or community programs, people that are supporting children and feeding them. So what they do is they use grants and other means of supporting these organizations by helping them stuff like equipment type stuff, right? Trucks or fridges or things like that, so that long term these organizations can continue to assist and feed children.
It's an awesome organization. We are very grateful and thankful to be part of this thing. Thanks to the Games Tavern for inviting us to do this. We've worked with them before on other fundraisers, and big shout out to this group of players who have been awesome at fundraising and getting the word out. This is a really important organization. All right, let's see. We're giving away. Go ahead, Ashley, if you want to give us a lowdown on what we're giving away first here tonight.
Oh, yes. So we are giving away a copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything from our sponsor D&D Beyond. So are we going to roll for that before the break? Or
Yep, we're going to do it right now.
The break?
We're going to do it right in 5 seconds, because Ashley, if you wouldn't mind, you're sort of like the go-to person for the 5-second countdown. I don't know how that happened.
I'm so good at counting.
You really are, from 5 especially. Let's go ahead and do this, everybody. 1 more second to get in, drawing. Ashley, it's all yours.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here we go. Who's it going to be? DJ D20 Den has won the giveaway. Congratulations, DJ D20. So happy to have you here. Thanks for the support. I will be in touch with you, and we'll get you the information on how you can redeem that prize. I'm going to go ahead and clear out the current group here, and let's see, how do I do that? Clear, reset eligibility. I don't know how this works, guys. We'll figure it out. We are going to do another giveaway at the end of the stream, and that is a Xanathar's Guide to Everything, along with some dice. So please, in just 1 second, let me clear this out. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. All right, trying to get in on that. Thank you all for being here, guys. If you're interested in supporting our stream, please consider following us. We would love to see you again. We do run games on Wednesdays every week beyond Saltmarsh in the wonderful world of Greyhawk, and we will be back shortly. Thank you all for being here. Let's take a bio break. We'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, my friends, here we come. We're coming back. Everybody, we're coming back. All right, so Gel has made his heroic attempt, and it is now Kyanite's turn. Kyanite, what would you like to do?
I think I have to kill some of these lions that are in front of us.
Yeah.
So I got my long swords. Do I get to try to make a save to get rid of the fear every turn?
Mm-hmm. You do a wisdom save.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
13.
It does not succeed. You are still afraid. So, yeah. Disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Against that. Or against everything?
Whenever it's in a line of sight of you.
Okay. Okay. So all these attacks at these lions are going to be at disadvantage, huh?
Yep.
Can I make it not at disadvantage?
You do have an ability. Is there a range on that ability? You're about 60 feet away.
Check out my...
Maybe a little less. So if it's 60 feet
60 feet.
You are in range, you could do it.
Yeah, as you begin to make your attack, you watch as kind of a actually I think I wrote it down. Behind her, a faintly blue astral projection of spinning gears. And if you could see close enough, you would see that the gears would be reflected in her eyes as time seems to do some kind of a strange thing, and you no longer have disadvantage.
Is that for both attacks, or is that's just the next roll? For
One.
The next roll? Okay.
Yeah, I've restored balance.
I like that. So, all right, and I'm going to attack. I'm just regular attacking. I'm not going to use another Bardic Inspiration this round. It's probably going to come back and bite me. No, I'm going to use it because there's a lot of these things and they're going to hurt me. So I'm going to once again do a defensive flourish. So the first attack will be a 16 to hit.
16 against the lion is going to... Sorry, I was looking at something else. That's going to hit.
Okay, and the second attack will be a 24 to hit. I rolled 2 16s on disadvantage.
Okay. Wow. All right. So,
I could
yeah.
have done that with the save.
Are those on two separate individuals or on the same individual?
I was going to hit 7 and 3.
Okay. So roll damage on 7.
So that's going to be 20 points of damage on that.
Oof. Yeah, that thing is hurting big time. All right, roll on 3.
And on 3, it's 15 points of damage.
Yeah, 3 goes down.
And my AC is 7 higher because I rolled a 7 on the Bardic die.
Okay, very cool. Anything else for you?
No. Shit. Now I'll sneak a little closer to Tobias if I can.
All right. Are
Since
you
there's so many of them.
leaving? You're probably not leaving melee range, so there's no attack
Nope.
opportunity. All
Nope.
right, that brings us to Isol.
Okay,
You've
I got some
this.
questions.
You've got this lion drake in front of you, snarling and growling.
Is the lion drake between me and the pillar, right? There was a pillar that sparkled?
There was a statue that you saw sparkle that is over by where your friends are fighting.
Okay. And that... All right.
And you
So
did have
I'm
the
currently
fear, I
frightened.
think. Yep, so you can roll a
Yep.
wisdom save to try to get rid of that. So why don't you start
Okay.
there?
18.
Yes, you shrug off the fear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. All right.
Mhm.
So I'm no longer afraid. And oh, is it better to how far away is that pillar?
I would say it's about 80 feet away.
Okay. I am going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And shout the pillar at my party, and then I'm gonna run towards the pillar.
Okay, so you can use your movement to probably get to like right behind whom,
Okay.
I would say. Okay. Very cool. And it is whom's turn.
The all right. Trying to read the situation here.
Yeah.
Isolde points out the source of our problem, and can I tell that she's making a break for it to take care of it? And maybe like I could see what's coming up ahead. Like, is the Lion Mark 7 seem like it's fully engaged with Kyanite?
Roll a perception check. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
We'll let the dice adjudicate.
Yeah.
Looks so scary with that cowl on the stream. It looks terrifying.
Darkness. The old you need to talk like this all the time. That's 11 on a perception.
So she calls out. You look forward. You see that there is one of these lions that's engaged with kyanite, and then beyond that there is a statue, but you don't quite see what she's talking about, but you know that she's indicating the statue. What did you call out, Isolde? You said
The pillar.
yeah, and so it's like where the statue is, basically.
Okay.
So you could move forward if you wanted to, or you could do whatever you want. But you do get the sense that the lion statue is something that your attention is being called to. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So if my attention is being drawn to that, I'm gonna run ahead to it, to the statue, or what she's pointing out to, at least in that general direction, and look back for like further instructions, like what are we aiming for? Like, do I need to like break something, or is there something that's causing all this? I don't know magic, so this is like well above my pay grade. It's kind of like, here you go, guy with arms, go and do this, please.
So you're looking for some advice, and Isolde really doesn't know, other than she saw a glint and a glimmer from the statue.
Okay. You know what?
Kill the fire.
me as the player sees where this is all coming from, and Whom's is kind of like, this is all Greek to me right now. I don't know how this works, but you know what? I guess if hammer works, then we'll use hammer. He's gonna run up to what she's pointing out at, giving a quick scan for what seems to like draw his attention, because he can't just destroy a statue.
What was your perception roll?
Perception was an 11.
Okay. So if you move up to like just past 7,
yeah,
you would take an attack of opportunity as you pass through that area, but you would get a view you'd get a better view of the statue if that's what you want.
So to try and counter the potential attack of opportunity, I'm going to use bonus action disengage.
Okay.
To kind of just like, do a nice little flourishing, barrel roll over the swipes. Yeah.
I love
it. And get a lot closer to our target to get a better look at what we're working with here.
You get close enough to see that in the lion's paws is a mirror.
Okay. Is it within my ability to say remove the mirror with, can I reach and like pull the mirror out? Maybe that's the problem.
You have used your action, your bonus action, I think. You can use your free action to engage with the mirror, so you can reach up and try to grab it. And as you do, it is lodged in there as if it's part of the statue almost.
Oh, if only I didn't use my if only I hadn't used my bonus, I could have used fast hands. Oh, Jesus. Never mind.
That's all right. You might get another try.
Okay.
That brings us to that brings us to, hey, you can blame Phantom NJ for this. That brings us to the top of the order, Tobias. There are still 4 of these lions that are surrounding you and your friends. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a peaceful moment, knowing that we need to get out of here, and will actually lift my holy symbol and call out, "May the true dawn's light clear our path." And I'm gonna use my Radiance of the Dawn channel divinity.
Okay.
So any creature within 30 feet needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Very nice. So that would be all 5 of the remaining lions that are surrounding you. It does not include the lion drake, unfortunately. You said a con save?
Con save, yep.
All right, so we'll start with number 1. I rolled a 6. Fail.
So it's a failure, and
Okay.
I'll take 21 damage.
21 damage.
21 radiant damage, yep.
Yep, so number 1 is gone.
Holy shit.
All right, number 4.
Let's hit the nuke button.
That's a 16.
Succeeds, so he'll take 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage. Okay, number 5 is going to be a 12. Nope, 8.
Fail, so 21.
21 damage on number 5. That one is gone as well. Just blown apart. Number 6. Natural 1. That one is gone as well.
Another 21.
Yep. And let's see. Did I roll for this last one yet? Nope. I don't think I did. That one is going to save, however, with a 19. So it takes half damage.
10 damage, yep.
Okay. Well, unfortunately for that guy, he'd already been hit a few times. So he's gone as well. So there's only one of these things that remains. Well, and the lion drake.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little shocked how well that worked, and that will be the end of my turn.
That worked exceedingly well, I would say. All right, that brings us to me, Tobias. This creature is going to attack you with a, let's see. Yep, it's going to bite you. 20 to hit you with a bite attack.
That hits.
Total of 10 piercing damage. And then Gel, this drake turns towards you. And is going to make a series of attacks. It is going to make 2 claw attacks at you first. That's cocked. 15's not going to hit. Second claw attack. An 11's not going to hit. And then a bite attack. 25?
Yeah.
25 hits? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Thank goodness. All right. Let's see. I need a strength saving throw from you, please.
Okay.
And you take 18 piercing damage.
I got a 9 total.
You are knocked prone as this lion drake stands on you. Its quarry. You are on your shell, on your carapace, just kind of rocking as it starts to tear at your soft parts. It's your turn. Luckily.
Yeah. I don't know how lucky that is. I'm really tempted to use shell defense, which means I can suck inside my shell.
Yeah. This
that
is like the
only
perfect scenario for that feat. Yeah.
It only adds 2 more to my AC though, so crap. This thing's nasty. So am I grappled by it, or am I just knocked prone?
You are just knocked prone, and it's kind of standing on you, holding you down. But given the rules, you'd be able to get up with half movement.
Okay. Well, if nothing else, they're taking care of that mess. I am not sure how that mess is going on, but they're taking care of it. I got this one creature here. So that is how I choose to look at it right now.
I would. I mean, that's optimism is great in times like this.
I am going to stand up and I have a bonus action, Commander Strike. When you strike when you take the attack action upon your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use. No, I need both because I always miss once. So I will attack twice.
All right. Let's
with
see
my
it.
great axe.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dead Aussie Gamer. Loved watching you over on Phoenix's channel. Thanks for the resub, Phoenix. You guys are awesome. Oh,
so
yeah.
First one is a 28 to hit. Oh, 26 to hit.
That's going to hit. That's going to hit real hard.
See, I always miss one. I got a natural 1 on the second one.
Oh. We're doing damage, though.
Yep, doing damage. So that's a D8 plus 4 for that first hit.
Okay.
Which puts it at 10 slashing damage.
All right. You're just making it matter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Too late to go into my shell, but I can go ahead and I'll save that. Superiority die, bonus action. Nah, I'll just stand there. Hit. I'm gonna save my superiority die, and just ready my shield, turn my shell, prepare for what's coming.
So the good news is that we have reached $8,000 in fundraising for No Kid Hungry, given this awesome, super generous community that we love. And thank you guys for that. The bad news, Gail, is that you're just really pissing this thing off. Phantom MJ, we love you.
What I do.
And now we move on to Kyanite.
Well, as my friend Josh paid for me to sing for a half an hour, and we haven't done that yet, is now the time to start this?
Sure. Yeah, you feel this strange wave of nausea at first. This strange motivating force that comes up from your bowels and releases through your vocal cords as you shout or sing or whatever you're about to do. Please, sir.
Okay, it's time. I'm gonna move towards this guy and I'm gonna go fly, dragon, fly higher and higher. Breathe, dragon, breathe, flames of fire. Blink, dragon, blink, your eyes of gold. Sleep, dragon, sleep, you're ever so old. And I'm gonna mosey on to the bad guy, all 30 feet. I'm gonna open my mouth wide and zap him with my lightning.
Roll to hit, my friend.
No, because I'm at the disadvantage. He has to save.
Oh, okay. What is it? Is it a dex save?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DC 12. Yes, sir.
All right. He saves. I rolled a 23.
That's okay. He's still gonna get a little bit of my lightning.
Would you call it half damage?
5. I said I put 5 on it, Zap. 5. And let me see if I can make my wisdom save and not be so scared of this big baddie.
Oh my God. I love this.
No. I didn't save. I think I peed a little bit looking at this guy.
Oh my God. You pee your pants a little bit as you sing through your attacks. It is Isol's turn.
All right. I don't know what's going on over there, but all right. So, whom is he holding the mirror?
I'm trying to, like, you saw that I tried to pull on it and it didn't come out. Like, it's really lodged in there.
It's lodged in the statue itself. It's like
Okay.
It's like he's holding it, but it's part of this statue.
I will. Oh gosh. I will cast Firebolt at the mirror.
Okay.
My range is 120 feet, so.
And is that an attack roll? I can't remember if that's an attack or a.
It is, yeah, attack roll.
Okay, go ahead
21?
and roll an attack. That hits. Roll damage for me.
14 damage.
It shatters to the ground. You blast this mirror and it just sprays shards of glass everywhere.
All right. Yeah,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna run a little bit further, as well. And do I have any kind of a bonus or anything? Not really. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that is the end of your turn. Whom, it's your turn.
Okay. The mirror is smashed.
The mirror is smashed.
Yeah, I just boom! Like he was trying to pull on it, and then as soon as like his hand slipped, the fireball hit, it shatters all over the place, and he's just like, okay. All right, good job. All right, I'm gonna go and help Gal, and he immediately runs right past these old to try and help Gal. If I can't do it in 25 feet, I'm gonna use bonus action to dash to get closer, try and help and engage the this very large winged creature.
Yeah, you can if you use your bonus action dash, you can get there. We'll say.
Okay. All right. Whoop.
All right. Tobias, it's your turn next. I would like you to roll before we get to your turn a d6 for me, please.
I still have a stabby action.
Oh, go ahead. Stabby.
Let me stab him real quick. Let me hope I could stab him real quick. Is 24 hit?
Yeah, oh yeah. 24 hits.
Okay.
And you will get your sneak attack damage as well.
Excellent. Target acquired. So that was a 5 for the rapier, and then I got to roll the sneak attack damage real quick.
So 5. All right, so 5, and then sneak attack.
14 on the sneak attack damage.
Very nice. Okay. Tobias, what'd you roll for the d6?
Rolled a 3.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. Here we go. This is what's going to happen next. Anybody who wants to get in on the drawing, by the way, for the giveaway at the end of the stream, ! Drawing. We're going to give away Xanathar's Guide to Everything and some hero dice, courtesy of our sponsors, D&D Beyond. Tobias, you have been gifted a wish spell. Now, as there's some good and some bad here. The good thing is that you've been gifted a wish spell. The part that's not so good is that someone else in our chat, and we love you for this, Oki, has gifted a Release the Tarrasque. So from out of nowhere, this Tarrasque erupts through the brush. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. As we've reached 8,000.
I just.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
You're so screwed. Can you just wish it away?
Oh my God.
But he could also wish the vampire wasn't there, you know.
Now, of course, we don't have time to do all that sort of like communication. So it is Tobias's turn. I'm currently looking up. I'm trying to buy time while I look up Tarrasque in D&D Beyond because D&D
It
Beyond
just
is
says
amazing.
undefeatable.
It's like, oh,
There's
my God.
no way at level 5 we could even scratch its hide. It's going to crush us.
This is amazing. This is crazy.
Yes, this is run away.
I don't know how
Technically
this
run
happened.
away. Bravely run away.
So this is a gargantuan monstrosity. Hey, thanks for the follow, you guys. We really appreciate it. Things are getting a little crazy here as we're getting towards the end of this amazing fundraising extravaganza, the Super Stream event that happened all weekend. Big shout out to the Games Tavern for making this happen. And to those of you who have donated monster drops, release the Tarrasque, and a wish spell to get us to 8,000, thank you so much. Tobias, it is your turn as this crazy, huge, legendary creature, the most dreaded monster on the material plane, widely to believe the only one of these creatures to have ever existed, which no one can ever predict where and when it will strike. Guess what, guys? It is striking right here and right now. It is a scaly biped, 50 feet tall, 70 feet long, weighing hundreds of tons, carries itself like a bird of prey, leaning forward with this lashing tail for balance, this cavernous maw yawning wide enough to swallow all but the largest creatures. I almost said cities. All but the largest creatures, and its great hunger that can devour populations in whole towns, you guys. Vampire Schmamfire. I think that's the least of your concerns at this point.
This is a cataclysm.
Yup. What are you going to do, Tobias?
Yes. What are you going to do?
I can't think.
What can you do?
What are the chances we survive a single turn? 0.
Yeah, that's a great question. That is a great question. You do have a wish.
I think it's more a case of who dies first, who dies last.
What's the parameters of a wish spell?
Be careful. I think
there is a list of things you can get.
I mean, is there any way you could get rid of everything? Like all the bad guys all at once?
Just delete this whole continent.
Like teleport them all somewhere?
Teleport everything inside this castle's grounds to somewhere else. My final message, save the world.
You know, I am just going to throw this out there.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. I will say, oh God. I wish the Tarrasque would destroy Castle Varg and its inhabitants after I leave the grounds.
Okay. You wish in your heart of hearts that the Tarrasque would destroy Castle Varg and its inhabitants after you have left the grounds.
You better run off the grounds.
We all better run.
So you use your action to use your wish.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You'd be the last person to leave the ground so we can all survive.
That's the goal. We'll see what happens.
Oh my God. All right.
And you know what? I'll use my bonus action, Second Wind, just because I don't really have a whole lot.
Okay.
And we all gonna die.
You regain some hit points. Now, your wish was very, very specific, and I commend you on that. The Tarrasque is now compelled by the magical powers of the wish that you were bestowed upon you by Oki. My goodness, thank you so much.
God.
You have wished that the Tarrasque would destroy the castle and its inhabitants after you leave the premises. It is going to do that. However, it is still angry as hell and is going to destroy things while you're there as well. It's not going to focus on the inhabitants necessarily or the structure itself, but it is going to look at the thing that's in front of it right now And luckily for you, it's that Drake. It is
Biggest
going
thing.
to take an attack on the Drake. Holy shit. 5 attacks. I'm gonna let each one of you roll a d20. Let's start with Gel. Go ahead and roll a d20. This is going to be a bite attack.
19 on the die.
So that's going to be a 30.
That's when I roll high.
A 38 to hit. Go ahead and roll 40-12 for me.
4d12.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping in mind, we aren't inhabitants of this area. We
Right,
just
but we
happen to be
haven't-
here.
We haven't left the grounds, or he hasn't left the grounds, which means that it's not in effect yet.
It's no, like
Correct.
it won't attack the structure or the inhabitants, but we're visitors.
The trigger is
Just
when you
keeping
leave
that
the
in mind.
grounds.
Yeah, the spell begins when he leaves the grounds.
12, 20, 27.
27. Okay. With that, with the amount of damage that the Drake takes, it's going to flap its wings and it is going to try to fly away. I would say Gel and Whom, if you wanted to take an attack of opportunity, you could. Let's see. Isol, I'd like you to roll a d20 for the Tarrasque because it is definitely going to attack again.
I got a dirty 20.
That hits.
got it.
Roll damage.
Gil got a 12.
That does not hit. Isol, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
10.
So that's going to be a total of 29 to hit. Roll 40-12 for damage. God, these things are ridiculous. I've never ever played one of these before. Thanks for putting my GM's chops to the grill here. Holy cow, to the test. What was the total damage?
30.
Okay, this thing is trying to flap away. We have 3 more attacks from Tarrasque because it's not actually that thing's turn, but because I'm so confused on what's going on. Ty, go ahead and roll an attack for the Tarrasque. We've got 3 more attacks against this
4.
thing. A 4? That
4.
still hits. That literally still hits.
I think you're just checking for ones at this
point. Go ahead. Yeah, roll a 40-12. I mean, you can't. It's almost like this thing can't miss.
23.
23 damage?
23 damage, yep.
All right, so the Lion Drake is killed. Outright gone. As this thing, that was 3 attacks. It now moves forward towards Gel. Hoon, I'd like you to roll a d20 for me as it reaches out to claw Gel.
I'm going to use a reaction of second wind.
Okay.
I may as well.
Rolled an 8.
27 to hit you, Gel.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll 4d8 for me. Whom?
Second wind is a d12, right?
48.
I think so. For a 5th level fighter, I think it is. Plus your fighter level, maybe? I can't quite remember.
Second wind.
Wow. Okay. I love it. This is amazing.
Total of 48 got me a 13.
13. So 23 damage to Gel.
Yeah, I'm still good.
And it has 1 more attack that is going to take on Whom. So if you wouldn't mind, Kynite, rolling a d20 for me as it reaches out to claw at the dwarven rogue.
Do you think the Tarrasque could have a song in his head as he swung to make us dead?
It probably enjoys the singing.
As it swipes with its claws, breaking all of natural laws, he sings in his head, I hear you're alive. How disappointing. I've also survived, no thanks to you. Did I not bring you glee, Mr. Oh, look at me. Now I'll burn all the memories of you. All those lonely miles that you ride, now you walk with no one by your side. Did you ever even care with your swords and your stupid hair? Now watch me laugh as I burn all the memories of you.
Okay.
That's a 14.
Oh shit!
That
So
was
that's gonna be
lovely.
a total of yeah, that's gonna hit 14 plus 19 is what 33.
Let me check my notes real quick. Yeah, that'll hit.
Roll 4d8, please.
Oh, who's being attacked right now?
Whom?
I don't think unless you could trigger a
Okay.
natural one.
Is it? Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Thought
almost like
about
it requires a natural one to miss.
I'll try. I mean, if that would work, I have protection to cause disadvantage.
That
All
would be
right.
your reaction.
Yeah, you have a reaction left to do that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and kind of give me one more d20 roll. Let's hope for a natural one.
That would be a 17.
All right. Well, it hits anyways. What was the damage?
15 points of damage. It could have been worse.
It's actually there's plus 10 to that, so it's 25 points. So it is worse.
So I would like as a reaction, I want to use uncanny dodge to half that.
Yeah, that's smart.
So that's what
12 points.
12. Okay.
Yep. All right. So that is. Oh my God. Okay. It's Gel's turn.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Do I know? Do we know what just happened with the wish? And like, was that yelled out loud? Like, do we understand to run?
You well,
I mean,
you
just
would.
the fact this is
I
here,
don't know
though,
about
right?
you. I'd be running regardless.
Yeah. I mean,
He said it out loud.
This thing here.
He would have said it out loud for sure. Let's do this. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Beat a 12. Meet or beat a 12.
Oh, I think I got that. Let's see. Perception.
I mean, also this giant thing that we can't possibly.
you're gonna want to
use,
run
so you
anyways.
might want to get away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll go with the logic of that because I got a 10 plus 0.
Yeah. So you didn't
But
quite
this
hear
thing
the
is
wish.
big.
It is as they say in the Dungeons and Dragons world, gargantuan. It's
Yeah.
a titan.
We're out of our league.
Yes. So I'll pull up my battle axe as if to hit it 2 more times and just. Let's see. I'll make this fun. I'm pretty scared, so I'll take a D4 and I'll just go north, south, east, west. As it is on the picture there. So I don't know which way we came from. DM, you probably know that, but I got a north.
You're gonna run north?
We're gonna run north 60.
All right.
I'm gonna take
and
my action and my bonus action.
Okay. This thing is going to use a legendary action to attack you with a tail attack. That sounds fun. Let's do a tail attack. Let's see.
You can't hit me.
Okay, a tail attack. You know what? Let's do this. Isol, why don't you roll the d20 for me?
Killed by my own team.
I don't want to roll it.
Is it 2?
Does a 21 hit?
Oh, so close to not hitting.
Please roll 4d6, Isol, and Gel, I would need you to make a strength save, please.
Okay. Oh, I have advantage on strength saves too. Oh no, that's only when I'm in my shell. So I had 17.
You are knocked prone.
That's cruel.
Yeah, that does suck.
You keep throwing the turtle on his back, man. Come on.
I know. What was the damage?
I
That was a lot of damage.
22. 24.
23. 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
I got
to Gel.
6 6s in a row.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, if we're playing Viking Death Squad, that would have been some crazy shit. All right. So you try to run. You get knocked down and take a massive amount of damage from this thing's tail.
Ugh.
How far did I make it?
I would say you probably made it just. Let's see. Let me move your token here. You probably made it. You went north. You said you probably made it to like right about there.
Okay.
Yeah. in the world of this visualization. That brings us to Kyanite. This thing is just decimating you guys.
What you came here to see. If you alive, then you should come home with me. And I know what you came here to do. Now to bust it open, let me see you get low. It's going down for real. And I cast Long Strider level 3. So it hits me and the two anybody close to me.
What's the range?
Touch.
Let's see.
Anybody close to me?
Yeah, probably Tobias.
Then it's second level, and we both get an increase of speed by 10 feet, and I run to the hills, run for my life.
All right, you guys are going to run. Which way are you running? You see Gel running to the north.
South, it's time to go. That didn't work out for him so good.
Do we know the direction of like the gatehouse, guardhouse?
At this point, I would say you could roll a perception check at disadvantage, because this shit is terrifying.
13.
All right, and what about for Kyanite? With disadvantage on a perception check. This is the best. I love D&D. This is great.
I got not a 1, a 2, a 3, but a 4 as I'm trying to run for the door.
All right, Tobias, roll a D8 for me.
4.
You think the gate, as best you can remember, is back through the creature that's now looming over you, away from the statue to the east on the map. Which way are you guys going to run?
Oh my god.
Be honest though, this thing is so big you can run through between its feet.
That's true. So I think Kyanite, it's still your turn, right? You cast a spell. Now are you going to move? And make sure you sing.
I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Oh Lord, through the revolution.
All right, you're gonna run. So which way are you gonna go? You're going south. All right, so you start taking off to the south. You run past Whom and past Isol. You get about right there. That brings us to Isol. It's your turn.
Did
you see your companions running.
Did I hear the wish spell? What it was?
Roll a perception check. And beat a 14.
17.
Yep, you heard it.
Okay. I am. How far away is Tobias? I am going to cast. Hold on a second. I gotta figure out my range.
This is amazing.
Oh, nope, that's terrible. Okay. I am going to cast Mirror Image on myself. As I'm running. And hopefully running to the easiest exit, fastest exit.
Exit here. You look for the exit sign.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to go south. You're gonna want to head south.
Okay, then I will head south.
Mm-hmm.
So now there are 3 of me as I'm running.
Okay. What did you cast? Mirror Image?
Mirror Image.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. All right, and you are running alongside of your companion Kyanite, and that is now brings us to Whom.
Okay. I am running in the direction for the gatehouse. I am going right out. I am heading to try. My plan is to go out the front door, even if it means running through all those idiots.
Yeah.
As you start to run, I'm going to use a legendary action, and this legendary action is called. This legendary action is called Chomp.
Oh boy.
I feel like you probably understand what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So, let's see. Tobias, roll me a d20, please.
Oh
For a
no.
bite attack.
Please roll one.
14.
Yeah, that hits for a total
That
of
sounds like there's a 1 in that.
30 something. Let's see. So go ahead and roll, Tobias, a
God dang it.
40-12.
4d12.
Oh. 5, 8, 10, 11.
So it's a total of 21 piercing damage. And Whom, if you're still breathing, I need you to make a
Well, would at least use my uncanny dodge to half that.
Okay.
What was that? 21 damage down to
Yep.
10. Okay.
I need you to make a. Let's see. Oh, you are grappled. There is no save against it. You are now grappled. And as you are grappled, the Tarrasque picks you up in the air and kind of tosses you about with its beak. Look at that thing with that toothy maw, and it begins to swallow you. Let's see.
It's a lot of teeth. It's a lot of teeth.
You just fit between them.
I'm small enough. I literally can just go down like a,
Yep. I need, because of the way this is written, it gets another bite attack on you. So let's see. Kyanite, roll a d20 for me.
This is the I use the teeth to pick you up and the grapple, throw you up, and then chomp
exactly.
and swallow.
Catches
You know,
you.
he's got manners. He chews before he swallows his food.
You know that Jurassic Park T-Rex scene?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what's happening here.
Well, that's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but play off of my blue suede shoes. It's an 8.
All right. Roll a d40-12.
I can't half that. That was my reaction. So roll really, really low. That'd be good.
Oh my god,
Actually,
this is
never mind.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, this is just on your turn that it's doing this.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
This is crazy. What'd you roll?
30 damage.
30 plus 10, so 40 damage.
What damage.
As it swallows your friend.
Is that more like, is the rule is if it exceeds like more than like half your maximum into the negative, it's just instant death? Or is that like your whole maximum?
It would be going your full maximum in negative in one attack.
Okay.
In one
I mean,
hit, so.
I'm effectively dead at this point.
Yeah, so you are being swallowed. On your turn, you'll get a chance to make some death saves because you're unconscious, right?
Oh yeah.
However, you're going to also be taking some serious damage here in a second. That was on your turn, I think, as you tried to move away. So that brings us to the top of the order. Tobias, it's your turn. You look over, you see that there is a lion still in front of you. There's still one left. You glance over and you see your friend Whom being thrown in the air by the Tarrasque and then swallowed whole. God dang. It's amazing.
Nope. I will move 30 feet or 40 feet. I'll move my movement away from the lion, and I will take the attack of opportunity.
Yep, attack of
And
opportunity.
I'll actually make it a disadvantage.
Okay. It misses. Good job with the disadvantage because it would have hit.
And I'm only going to do that for my movement, and I think that should catch me up to the other two.
You're heading south?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You can get like right behind Isol right there.
And I am going to cast Fairy Fire to hit that lion and maybe give us a little bit of time to run.
Okay.
Let's see. There would be a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
For the lion?
Yeah, for the lion.
Okay. It fails.
So any object and creature in a 10-foot radius will be lit up in, we're gonna go like a bluish kind of fairy lights.
Okay. So it's while it's in that cube, right? That it's lit up.
No, he will stay lit up there.
Okay.
I believe so.
I think if they fail the save. All right. Holy cow. Yeah. This is amazing. Okay, so that's your turn, Tobias. You flee, you turn around. Oh god, sorry, Gil.
It's my turn though?
It is not. It's actually my turn and then it's you. You are, I think, prone right now, correct?
Yeah.
So this attack will have advantage on you, I'm afraid. As if it needs it. Oh my god.
It doesn't hit. It's just it doesn't hit, okay?
You don't think so?
No.
There are things on this stat block that I can't even take the time to read. It's so lengthy. It's like crazy. All right.
Hey, you can't even throw magic
Holy
at
shit.
it.
All right. First of all,
does the fairy fire catch his attention?
It's kind of focused on you right now because it knocked you prone. It may catch its attention. We'll see what happens next. However, I need Isol, please roll a d20 as it reaches down with one kind of foot on you, Gil, and starts to tear at your abdomen with a
15.
bite attack. That's going to hit. Roll 4d12, please. Plus 10 piercing damage. This is crazy. Oh, that's a lot.
22.
22 plus 10 is, it's only 32 damage. Are you still up?
I wasn't up to begin with. I mean, I was on my back, but yes, I am now dead. I am
Okay.
now unconscious.
Okay, so it is going to continue to tear at you with
Okay.
an advantage. So Tobias, give me an advantage roll to continue the bite attack.
Why
Actually,
am I
you know
always
what?
the one killing people?
Hold on. You know what?
Killed him
It's
this
actually
time.
instead of that, because you are unconscious, you've been bitten, and technically, if you're bit, you're grappled. This is crazy, guys. It is going to swallow you, Gil. So you watch as you guys are running. You look back and you see this giant Tarrasque swallow your second friend. Gil, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
I mean, I'm happy to do so, but I believe an attack when unconscious is 2 automatic fails.
Yeah, the swallow is not. It's not an attack. Let's see.
Well, I believe a natural one is also 2 automatic.
Yeah. Oh shit! It sure is. It sure is.
Because I got a natural one.
So the way I'm reading this is that on its turn it can digest you. So we'll have to wait till we get back to its turn, and then it can start to digest you.
I thought it's its turn right now. It still
No,
has
it was your
multiple attacks,
turn.
right?
Because you know what? It sure does. All right. Oh my god. Somebody. Let's see. Let's do this. Who's feeling particularly ruthless right now? Whom? Go ahead and roll 16d6 for me, please. As the acids of its stomach starts to take effect on Gel. I don't think it's gonna matter. I really don't think it's gonna matter.
5, 6, 7, 8.
28, 29, 30, 31.
Okay. Yeah, I don't pull that because I couldn't count and add at the same time.
I think it was 47.
47.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Digestive.
Give me immune to acid damage.
Immune to acid. God, would that be great? Holy shit.
So that's 123, just so you guys know. I've taken 123 damage.
Oh my god. Gel, my friend, we will sing, someone will sing songs of your glory. Now
it
let me
lived long
let me
enough.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, Gel, because this is what I like. As the light goes out of Gel's eyes, what is it that Gel sees in that last moment?
As he's thrown up, as he's thrown into the air, and starts to fall into the mouth of the Tarrasque, the seaweed actually starts to separate from his shell. As he sees it almost like floating away from him, visions of the ocean and the floating of the seaweed and swimming through flutters his mind, when in reality it's the saliva of the Tarrasque covering his face as he's digested.
Sounded so beautiful for a second there. Oh my God. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, that was beautiful. Thank you. I remember, Whom, you are also being digested.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, tit for tat. Rory, why don't you roll 16d6? I think this is going to be essentially, it doesn't even really matter. I think essentially it's 2 failed death saves for you because it's an auto critical hit on a digestion. But it'll be fun to see. It's a lot of dice to roll, so let's roll them.
Would it instantly kill me if it exceeds my maximum as
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
It's very likely to if it's being critted. That'd
You
be
guys,
double, wouldn't it?
Tarrasques are no joke.
Yeah, don't ever let somebody bring a Tarrasque up into the campaign. That's a calamity.
Yeah, it
Absolute
sure
end
is.
of the freaking world.
Oh my God, this is
So,
amazing.
I actually think in 5th edition, it's not meant to be fought in any way except with story solutions.
Exactly. Not like this.
20, 30, 40,
Holy shit.
45,
Ty is just... I
And
can
double.
see the
50,
pain on your face.
54.
If I'm gonna go out, I need to go out in absolute red mist. Just
What's the last thing that flashes before Whom's eyes as the lights are snuffed out?
he gets a very brief flash of some of the good moments he's had with an old crew that he had remembered long ago that he lost. Like all their fun times in taverns and such. And then just that, and after like that whole before flash before your eyes kind of moment, the only words that kind of escape his mouth as he passes is, "Who am I kidding?"
I love that. Whom? Is that was the whole thing?
Yes.
I did not see that coming, and I appreciate you for that. Holy shit.
Thank you for letting me.
Oh my God. That was beautiful. That was the long con right there.
Yes, it was.
That was
I'm so glad I
amazing.
whipped that out.
Oh my God. So that was a bite attack, a swallow, a digestion. By my calculation, there is movement and 2 attacks left on this thing. It is going to now run, covering the distance, coming in towards Kyanite, Isolde, and Tobias. It has 2 attacks. It is going to make a bite attack against Kyanite. Tobias, give me a d20 roll, please.
5.
Does a 24 hit you? Okay.
Yes.
Give me a 4d12, please, Tobias, for damage, and add 10 to that.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
37 plus 12, so 49.
37 plus 10.
Oh, it's 10.
Yep, so 47.
47.
47 damage as, oh shit, Kyanite goes down. And then let's do this. Kyanite, roll me a d20 as it now bites at Isolde.
Disadvantage because I have protection.
All right. Roll a natural 1, please. Someone's got to survive to tell the tale.
I rolled a pair of 15s.
Okay. Now roll me a 40-12 and add 10 to it. Oh my god! Tarrasques are no joke.
20, 30 with the 10.
30 points of damage.
I would have
Isol.
lived it. I rolled on myself.
Isol, I need you to. Are you still alive?
How much damage did I just take?
30.
No,
Yeah. What about your?
I'm unconscious.
Does the mirror image do anything?
Oh, yes.
Disadvantage?
Mirror image. Whew, where is
Oh,
that?
that has to roll if it hits something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
This
let's
could
see.
be very important for you. Very, very
Yeah,
important
Did
for
it
you.
hit the mirror image?
Okay. Each time a creature targets you with an attack, roll a d20 to determine if the attack hits you or one of your duplicates. Ah!
What does the Tarrasque have an ability for this? I forgot.
I'm looking.
That stat block is so big.
I know.
All right, I have to roll higher than a 6 or it hits a duplicate.
Okay. Oh no.
Wow. Do you have
Oh,
a luck
no!
point or anything?
I do. I have a luck point.
Use it. You can
Alright,
use
do-
it.
do I
You
Always
can use
gotta
it.
live.
Yeah, you could roll. You could roll it again.
7.
Oh, it hits one of your duplicates.
It hits one of my duplicates.
You are
with that
so
attack.
freaking lucky. You know who you can thank for that? You can thank Jose Ortiz for that luck point. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Jose.
Used it.
You continue to survive this encounter. That is all 5 of the Tarrasque's attacks. I would say that it was Gel's turn, but Gel's no longer with us. I would then say it's Kynite's turn, but Kynite's no longer with us. Isol, it is your turn.
Oh man.
This
Can
thing
I
is.
roll a death save?
Are you? Yeah, of course you can. You're still around.
That's an 11. That's a success.
All right, so you have 1 success. I'm sorry, I just assumed you were totally dead.
Hey.
That's
Hold
what tends
on.
to happen. Don't get ahead of yourself, Dave.
Right.
All right, so Isol, you are, you see this thing looming over. It just crushed into one of your mirror images. What would you like to do? It is definitely within range of you for an attack of opportunity. Should you try to escape? All of you are.
They have like super big reach too.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. And I don't think I think I only got 1 darkness.
If
Because
only you get the dimension door out of here.
I don't have that.
I would.
I have
That'd be the
all
perfect
these
answer
like
to this.
intellect spells and like dispel magic
This
and
is chaos.
counterspell, and we're fighting a giant dinosaur.
You guys, I thought the vampire was going to be bad. This is way worse than I would have ever imagined, and I love it.
Oh man. Shoot. I.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm just trying to find like anything that I could possibly do that would
Choose wisely.
help
That's
me
all I can say.
at all. Oh,
Bucket's hand.
People are in the chat are saying you got to jump on it and rodeo that monster.
Heck yeah, the bard should have charmed it.
Is either
Thrown
that
it
or
into
Pocket's
the
hand.
sunset.
I cast jump on myself
All right.
There you go.
and I go for it.
All right. Roll a acrobatics check for me. This thing, now you got to remember, this thing is gargantuan. So what's your jump height with this spell cast on you?
3 times my normal height.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
Okay. I'm real bad at this too. 12.
12. You leap up and you are on like its leg, like holding on to some spines on its leg, just like as if it's sort of like a ladder.
Yeah. And then I will climb it. If I can.
Yeah, you can use your movement. You can use your movement. So use your action to jump, and then you use your movement to climb
I
up.
would like to climb onto its back.
Absolutely. Now, it is difficult terrain. So you will
Sure.
get about half your movement.
Fine.
All right. I love that. All right. So you're currently climbing up this thing. That brings
give
us
the chat
to
what they want.
Exactly. Give the people what they're asking for. Let's see. Whom I'm so sorry you're not there anymore,
Who?
are you?
Who what? No, I'm dead.
That brings us to the top of the order, Tobias. You watch as your companion, your tiefling companion, leaps up onto this creature and starts climbing. What are you going to do?
I don't think I have those hops. And thinking back on the wording of the spell, saying that when I leave the grounds, it might just mean that it might destroy everything when I jump and literally leave the ground. So I think I'm going to just make a jump and run. So at the very least, the
do you have
blight
levitate?
on the land.
Do
Nope.
you have levitate?
Nope.
Oh,
just
that would have
jump.
been
Maybe
kind of
just maybe a couple a second is all it needs to just at least, destroy the castle. And I'm gonna run.
All right, you're going to run.
Can't
It's
do
going to take an
anything.
attack of opportunity at you. Let's see. Who wants to roll this one? All right, Gel, let's do it. Roll a d20 for me as it takes an attack of opportunity with its tail attack.
You know, you gotta love it when you pick me to roll dice, because I got a natural 1.
Oh, you son of a gun. It misses you with its tail as it swings. You jump into the air as this massive tail swipes below your feet, and you then land on the ground and you start running. It misses its attack of opportunity. You are able to get to the wall. There is a rope dangling. You just get to it. Like you get one hand on the rope. So you're there.
And that was just movement or action?
That would have taken your dash. Your dash to get there. Yep.
I will turn and face my doom.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to the rope. So if I get lucky again, but I'm not feeling it, and I'll burn a healing word as a bonus action. You know what? I'll use healing word on Isolde.
What's the range?
60 feet.
Sure.
Oh, easily.
You get 4 health back.
It could make all the difference.
And that is that's Tobias's turn.
You could have brought me back alive, man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I'm not dead yet. Why? Why?
Pure panic.
Man.
Oh, he never really liked you. To begin with.
I don't play clerics.
Oops. Yeah, there's a reason for that, Ty. Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my god. Oh, you guys are too much. All right. So Tobias, you get to the rope. You cast your spell, and it is now my turn. The Tarrasque is going to look down at the Dragonborn and take a bite out of it. It's going to be unless it's a natural 1, but it is going to be with advantage. So let's see here. Let's see. Whom? Why don't you roll 2d20s? Take the lower or the higher of the 2 since it's at advantage.
There you go.
That is going to be an auto critical, so 2 death saves. So you have 2 fails and 1 success, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's 1 attack. I have 4 more attacks. It is going to do the same thing to you and tear at you. Let's do... You know what, Tobias, since it's sort of your fault, really, when you think about it, why don't you roll d20 with advantage?
Why? No.
I mean,
No, he did. Go ahead. Sorry. He did you a service. He would have woke you back up. You would have been in more pain.
You would have died. You just died twice. I am so sorry. As the creature tears apart your Dragonborn bard. Kyanite, what flashes before your eyes at the last moment?
I wish I had a Tarrasque with diamond-studded scales, with claws like silver sabers and fangs like silver nails. A Tarrasque fierce and faithful, always ready by my side. A Tarrasque to defend me or take me for a ride. I wish I had a Tarrasque with eyes of shining gold, who breathed a plume of fire whenever it was told. A Tarrasque so ferocious it might frighten Frankenstein, but not a lazy Tarrasque who sleeps all day, like mine.
Well, my friend, with that, you do get your wish, because the Tarrasque gobbles you and swallows you whole to take you for a ride. That is its third attack. I have two more. It is going to attempt to throw its passenger to the ground. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Isolde. As it tries to shake you free. And let's get a d20 roll from Kyanite. Give me a d20 roll for the Tarrasque.
13.
All right, so beat a 32.
Oh shit!
To not get thrown, beat a 32.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 15.
Just a 32.
You are thrown to the ground, and it is now
ground or like launched into the air.
You are shuffled off. I'm gonna say you were probably about, let's say, 30 feet up. So you'll take 3d6 damage as you fall. So that's 5, 7, 11 bludgeoning damage as you fall. And then it's gonna look over at you, and it is going to claw at you. Let's see, Gel, d20, please.
I would like to do a hellish rebuke since I've been damaged.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Is it a save or is it just auto damage? I can't remember how that works.
It's a reaction.
Okay.
Because
why not?
Why not?
Let's make this thing matter.
I don't think you could make this any more bad. This thing is blind rage incarnate.
Sorry, it gave me some kind of like weird limited box and then nothing happened. Thanks, D&D Beyond. Come on.
Hellish rebuke. What'd you roll, Gel?
It's 6.
Oh,
not
that
a 1,
hits.
but still low.
All right. It's not a 1. You did your best.
I did. I did my normal.
You did what you normally do. Yeah.
Okay, I guess
it's
just a dexterity 16.
A dexterity save?
Yeah,
from a Tarrasque.
Yeah,
Okay.
so roll that one for me.
Dexterity save. I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, okay. Yep. All right. So worth it.
It's
a big
I hope you choke.
Yeah. I need a. So it's going to bite. You rolled. What did you roll? Sorry.
I rolled a 6.
So please also roll 4d12, and then
Okay.
add 10 to that. This is going to be the damage for the bite against Isolde.
I
Meanwhile,
I already. We'll see whether or not it kills me outright.
Tobias, you're holding onto the rope. You watch as all your friends are being swallowed and gobbled up by this creature.
I'll say, is there another mirror image?
There is another mirror image.
The longer you live, the higher chance I have of getting away.
All right, here we go.
Don't worry, I'll come and resurrect you.
All right, mirror image. I'm not used to having a spell like this. Where is it?
Awesome
Mirror
spell.
image. What was the total damage?
18.
Oh, total damage was 17 or 18. Yeah, I think it was 17.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, so
28.
28 damage.
Is
It's my mirror image.
Okay. Okay, so that is your second mirror image. Is there 3 of them?
And it's gone. Yeah, I have one more.
You have one more. Okay.
Is a mirror image by chance concentration?
I don't know.
No,
It's usually a set and forget.
I don't see
Otherwise,
it.
it would be
Yes.
very easy to turn it off by hitting them with an AoE.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
so
with-
that is the 5th attack for this guy. That brings us to it's your turn, Isol.
Oh, shoot. Oh man. Oof. I am just going to cast oh man, I only have 30 hit points when on a good day. And I'm down to 10. None of that'll work.
I just gotta
None of
say,
this'll work.
Oki, thank you so much for this Tarrasque. There's never been anything that I've wanted more in my life than to gobble up all my players. Tobias, I'm coming for you next, Tobias.
She literally just sent you the nuclear launch codes.
Oh my god, this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna do?
I
What are you gonna do?
use Cure Wounds on myself, which is only 6 points. There's no way this will
That could
help
make a
me.
difference. At the end
No,
of your
it really
turn,
can't.
are you gonna move
but-
at all?
I am going to try to distract it. I will yell at it and free action pick up one of my daggers and throw it at it.
You
And
can pick up
hopefully-
the dagger. You wouldn't be able to throw it this round because you used your action, didn't you? To use your.
Oh, well then there's no point in doing that.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just
You give it
yell
a
at
dirty
it.
look. Yeah.
And try to distract it. Hey, look over here, you big stupid thing. And then maybe I don't know. That's all I can do to try to stop it enough so that Tobias can get up the rope.
Oh my gosh. That is so sweet because you totally have its attention and it's going to use a legendary action. Let's go with whom. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me as it is going to attack you with a claw and just kind of bat you out of the way as it looks at Tobias.
D20 rolled a 7.
Roll for me a 4d8 and add 10 to it, please.
I rolled a natural 1 on my duplicate.
Ooh, so it's going to
That's
hit
gonna
you.
It definitely will kill me.
4d8.
Yep, 4d8, please.
Okay, and 15 plus 10?
10.
You
Yep,
said?
so
Yeah, okay.
25.
So total 25.
I pass out.
Okay, you are unconscious. It is going to just kind of step on you with one foot. And let's see.
I've been there.
Mirror image still works for every attack. People all unconscious.
I rolled
Are you-
a 1.
Oh no, on
Kyanite,
the
are
next
you?
one.
Do you have
There's
you have
no more.
2 failures and 1 success? Are you still around, or did you already get eaten? I can't remember.
You destroyed.
Yeah, you're gone. You're gone.
You
All right, that brings us
stomped
to
on me.
Tobias. Tobias, you watch as Isolde gets smacked with a claw attack and then stepped on with a foot, and as it looks towards you, what do you do? You have the rope in your hand.
I'm
Is that-
going up the rope.
Is the
Okay.
step 2 failures or damage?
No, it's just for flavor. Just for flavor.
Okay. Fair,
Yep.
fair.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check as you begin to climb up the wall. You're going to want to beat a 12.
30-20.
Okay, you start climbing up the wall, and you use 30 feet of movement. You are still on the wall climbing.
Try to keep climbing.
Okay. You gonna use your action to dash?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll another
Fast as I
athletics
can.
check for me.
21.
Okay. You get to the top, and as you do, you look back and you see this Tarrasque just start to sort of claw at the ground. It claws at your friend, tearing Isolde's body in half, and it starts to snort in this bellowing howl. And then it just goes to town. It says here it's a siege monster. So it deals double damage to objects and structures. And it just starts to tear in to this structure of the walls, this garden area, what was it called? The Lion Court. And it starts to destroy everything it can find. And you get up over the wall. As you do, you look and you see that there are two of these Cromsmore raiders that are standing in front of you with bows drawn. It is actually my turn in the order, and they are going to fire on you.
One of them has disadvantage.
All right, one of them
My
has
last
disadvantage. Let me
chance.
find these guys. This is not at all like I thought this one shot was going to go on. I love every minute of it. All right, so disadvantage on the first one. That is going to be a 9 on the first shot.
That's a miss.
It's going to miss. And then the second one is going to be a 17.
Misses.
Okay, so they fire 2 shots at you, missing, and then they are going to start moving towards you. What do you do? It's your turn. Isolde, Isolde, why don't you go ahead and make a... You can go ahead if you want to. You are torn in half right now, but you can make a... go for it. Make a death save. It's not going to be good. You almost don't want to succeed on this.
I rolled an 11.
All right, so you have 1 success. Tobias, it's your turn.
I know what it is. I'm going to...
This is crazy.
I'm gonna cast the second level. Or do I think I can reach the other side of the wall and jump off? Like
sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast
absolutely.
the Cure Wounds at level 2 and then make that run and dive and jump off.
All right, go ahead and do your Cure Wounds. Add that to your hit point total.
Okay, all right, and I'm just running and jumping.
All right,
gotta get clear.
you're gonna need to roll an acrobatics check as you launch off this. It's 40 feet.
22.
Okay, you are going to take a little bit of damage. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. You're not taking as much damage as if you failed that.
5 damage.
So you take 5 bludgeoning damage as you land on the ground below. You look over and you see, strangely enough, a skeletal arm, the right arm, which would actually fit Pete's arm. If you remember from the Hog and the Horn Tavern, your buddy Pete.
just laying on the ground.
Just laying right there.
Yeah, it's a free action to grab it.
Yeah, you can grab it with
I'll
a
grab
free...
it.
It's a trap.
No, I'm not worried about it. I gotta run.
All right, so as that happens, the Tarrasque is wreaking havoc. It's going to attack the creature below its feet. Isolde, with a 15 plus a bunch of stuff, it's going to hit you. You're going to have two failures. It's going to do a second round. Even with an 8, it hits you. You are
Would it
torn
really
to
be
bits.
Attacking me after the spell?
Oh yeah, it just tears you up. You are absolutely torn, and then it just continues to destroy the courtyard, breaking it up. Tobias, you begin to run. There are 2 shots that come at you from the top of the wall from these 2 Cromsmore raiders that are going to fire at you. The first one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That will be a total of 7 piercing damage, and the second one is going to be a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. So the second one misses. That's all they do. it is your turn. I'm assuming you're going to try to get the hell out of there.
Just run. That's
okay.
Not, maybe glance back to, think fondly on the party and what just happened, and then see the Tarrasque again and keep running.
Yeah, you can just hear the chaos inside the courtyard as it's destroying everything. Your friend's long gone. They're gonna get one more attempt to shoot at you as you use your action and your dash to get 60 feet. On your next turn, you'll be out of range of them, but they're gonna take a shot at you. The first one is gonna miss with a 14, and the second one is gonna miss. So they both miss you, and you, my friend, run off into the darkness. I would like each of the deceased to roll a d6 for me, please. Rory, what'd you get?
5.
5, Travis? 2. A 4 from Ashley, and a 2 from Vamp. All right. The escape from this place is not immediate. You run into the darkness, doing your best to find your way back down this crazy switchbacked remote location. I need you to make a survival check, and it needs to meet or beat a 13. This is going to determine whether or not you survive the trek back to town.
All right. 6.
Paint for us a word picture on how Tobias Terzani dies in the wilderness as they attempt to make their way back to Edsel.
I do not have dark vision and have not thought to. I don't want to draw attention to myself. So I would not be surprised if Tobias has slipped off a cliff just in the panic to get away and did not survive the fall.
But we destroyed the castle, right? I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that vampire is done for.
There
luck
is
fighting the Tarrasque, buddy.
There is a
Isol's last vision before she started.
Oh yeah.
Is, oh, we're heroes.
What none of you know, what none of you
She
could
sees
possibly
her
know.
friend like climbing up the rope because she heard the wish.
Oh, you're like, he got away, and that's all that matters. What none of you would ever know, but because we have the power of omniscience, there is a massive catastrophe that occurs because of the actions and the ill-fated luck of this party. The Castle Varg is utterly destroyed. The cultists scattered to the four winds. The corpse, the lifeless or perhaps undead body of the Baron, forgotten in some secret crypt within the ruins, the ruined ruins of Castle Varg. For the moment, the ritual that was attempted to turn him into a demigod has been thwarted. The mists part, if for only a short decade perhaps. The sun shines upon the valley. The people rejoice, not remembering any of your names, but they do hearken back as, what was her name again? Janie tells a tale of 5 adventurers who came to Edsel with the goal of destroying the castle, defeating the Baron. Nobody really pays a whole lot of attention to her because there's so much delicious gar to drink. And that, my friends, is the end of tonight's one shot. Thank you everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. Holy shit. Great job, you guys. That was amazing.
We died gloriously.
You literally
That's the
did
TPK we're
succeed.
looking for.
You succeeded in your TPK.
I mean,
And
I
that's
said I
beautiful.
wasn't going to be the cause of it. I don't think I was the cause.
No.
Right?
Has
No.
failed successfully.
That was Oki. Oki from Pinoki. Oh my God, you guys, that was awesome. Hey,
my
Jose,
goodness.
thanks for being here. We appreciate you dropping in. Hey, real quick, you guys, we're still doing a giveaway. What are we giving away, Ashley? Do you remember? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
flummoxed.
from our sponsors at D&D Beyond, we are giving away a copy of Xanathar's Guide to Everything and digital hero dice from D&D Beyond.
Whoa. How do people enter to win, Ashley?
Exclamation drawing.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Very
right.
nice.
You've got a chance to like still enter. So go ahead and enter it in right now. We're gonna do the drawing shortly.
Let's do a couple things here before we do end. First of all, I want to thank all of you, Rory, Tyler, Travis, Chad, Ashley. You guys are awesome. I couldn't think of better folks to be playing D&D with. I love you all dearly. I'm so glad we've met through the magic of the internet, which is fantastic. And I hope we can play many, 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 many more games into the future. Thanks for being here, making time for this, for devoting yourselves to helping raise money. We are over $8,000 for No Kid Hungry. And Rory, if you wouldn't mind, just give us a little synopsis of what No Kids Hungry is all about and why this is so important.
Yeah, so just their support of ongoing organizations, schools, other community organizations focused on helping the youth of America and making sure that they all are fed. Real strong belief that every child should have 3 meals a day. So they do what they can to support by funding grants and whatnot for equipment, fridges, and stuff that's long-term helpful for these other organizations. And that's what this is going for. So
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for being part of this. I want to give a couple of quick shout outs, and then I'd love each of you to be able to just kind of give a little plug for whatever you've got going on and where people can find you. But I want to say thanks to the Bleak season for throwing out some healing potion love. Thanks to Mom and Dad. I think, Chad, that's your mom and dad that threw out a magic item. Zerathon, hey, thanks for the Curse of Singing, which we'll be cleaning out our ears for weeks to come. So thank you for that. I think the curse was on us. Just kidding, Vamp. We love you. Big shout out to Jose Ortiz for a luck point. Anonymous donors for Superior Healing Potions. Poking the Hive for Superior Healing Potions. We couldn't have done this without an anonymous donor for some magic items. Phantom NJ dropping the monster drop with the Lion Drake, which was then one-upped, I'm afraid, by Oki, who released the Tarrasque on this party and gave us a wish. Now, I've never had either of those two things come into play ever, so you put me to the test, and hopefully we did you right with your donation. Thank you so much. That was very, very generous. Thanks a lot, you guys. Let's go ahead and go around the room here. Travis, why don't you start it out? Tell us where we can find you, what's going on, what's happening, man. Give us the lowdown.
Let's see. You can find me on Twitter as GainEverSalt. And you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, but most of my stuff right now has mostly just been on YouTube as Eversalt. I've been kind of like paring down a little bit of what I've been up to, just because like lots of burnout and just the whole year how it is.
So much energy.
Yeah, and so the only thing I have going on right now is just I'm doing podcast recordings with Game Night Heroes for their Everyday Heroes. I guess like a play test up to their Kickstarter. So we're going to be doing like one last recording, and then he's going to go and edit out and send out all those episodes on his podcast.
Nice.
Other than that, just here and there, you might see me here and there in one shots, absolutely especially for charities like this. I don't have kids, but I love kids. I put it that way.
Yeah, man, I've always appreciated being able to reach out to you and get you involved in these games. So thank you so much for being here. I'm glad it worked out. Let's move over to Minnesota Muse.
Hey everybody, I'm Minnesota Muse. You can find me on Twitter at Minnesota Muse 99. And you can also find me Wednesday nights at Guild Superior playing our Beyond Saltmarsh campaign. So please check us out on Wednesdays. We would love to see you there. And that's it right now, but we'll see for the future.
More to come. Thank you so much for being here, Ashley. It's been great getting to know you and playing games with you. I look forward to many, many more. Thalanos.
Hi, everybody. Tyler again, Thalanos on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me on Twitch playing video games, just kind of hanging out, having fun, kind of decompressing. And, I love just kind of talking with people and, playing games, hearing stories, and having a good time. So feel free to check me out there. But yeah, the true love is D&D, and I jump at all these opportunities, and I'm excited to do more. So yeah, we'll see each other again.
Awesome. Glad to have you here, man. And Tyler was good enough to jump in with Andy G3D and I when we were doing some Ukraine fundraising and playing Gauntlet. And we were terrible at it. And Tyler came by with his with his awesome video game skills, and we actually beat the game. So that was awesome. Thank you for that. Let's move on to Vamp Wickman.
Hey everyone, Vamp Wickman. I've been on this channel a few times for some one-shots. Dave has killed me 4 out of 5 of those. So the percentages are high. My poem at the beginning was true. I expected death. When I'm not here, you can catch me at GaryCon, working at GaryCon. Hope to see as many of you as possible there. It's a fantastic time. It's worth getting together, hanging out with people, and playing all kinds of games from 1st edition to 5th and everything in between. And it's just, it was great meeting you, Dave, there, and having some fun, and enjoy playing with all of you fine, fantastic people. This was a blast, and I do not ever want to fight a Tarrasque again.
No.
But I appreciate the donation. That's what counts. And
that's right.
Yeah, if I had a character sheet, I would rip it in half and throw it behind my head too. But thanks, everybody.
Thanks for being here, man. I love how our friendship has blossomed after meeting randomly in a one-shot. So great to know you, man. I'm glad you're available to help us do these types of things. And then last but not least, Rory, tell us where we can find you. What's going on, my man?
Yeah, so a couple places. One, you can find me Tuesday nights on Blue Box RPG. So on Twitch, stream there in the world of Greyhawk. It's been almost 2 years with that, and so that's a fun endeavor. A good, just compilation of all editions, little rules from everything. The other place you can find me is actually at my website, foundationalcooking.com. So like I said in the beginning, food and children are near and dear. So currently a startup business. We're growing, developing the website right now for basically meal management. So,
and that's like helping people like figure out how to make the most out of their ingredients and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it really comes down to reducing the stress. Kind of in a nutshell, I'm 35. I hated cooking for 33 and a half years, and found out that there's a lot of blessings and just a lot of wonderful thing when we take that on. But it's a hard thing to do. There's a lot of things we don't consider, and so it's really developed around community and around you and being able to reduce a lot of that stress so you can just do the one thing you wanted, which is cooking.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck with that. I'm so glad we connected at virtual Greyhawk Con way long ago, or GaryCon way long ago. Glad you're here. I'm hoping we'll see you again. This is your first time on our channel, but I'm hoping we can rope you into some more games. You guys, this is great. We are going to give away some stuff. So ! drawing. If you want to get in on this action, I want to give a quick shout out to the Games Tavern for inviting us to be part of the fundraising effort. You guys are awesome. We did the Operation Supply Drop last year and got hooked, and we really appreciate you bringing us in on this one. This has been super fun. Over $8,000 raised for No Kid Hungry, which is awesome. So Without further ado, let's go ahead and do a drawing here. Ashley, if you wouldn't mind giving us the 5-second countdown, please. This is for Xanathar's Guide to Everything and the Hero Dice.
Digital dice.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
D&D Beyond. Go right
All
ahead.
right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here we go. 491 Phantom. 491 Phantom has won the giveaway, and I will be in touch with you to make sure that you get what you won. So let me write this down. I got to write things down, especially when I'm just totally flummoxed by what just happened in this game. This was super fun for me, you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and do a quick raid here. Let's see what's happening in the world of raiding. Oh my gosh. Well,
gotta rate it forward.
We got to raid it forward. Let's see what's happening in the world of raiding. Does anybody have any ideas for a raid? Let me look. Let's see who's live playing some games.
Tarrasque, raid a Tarrasque.
And we should raid a Tarrasque. That's a good idea. Let's see. We've got oh, Armin. We're gonna raid Armin. That's what we're gonna do. So Ethan was played in our Viking Death Squad one shot last weekend where we raised money for No Kid Hungry. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Armin. There we go. Let's do this. Hey, you guys, if you like our channel, please follow or subscribe to get some sweet emotes and get notified when we go live again. We'll be live on Wednesday this week. If you do have the emotes, let's hit up our friend Armin with a nice little raid. You guys, seriously, thank you so much. This has been awesome. I love you all. We did good stuff tonight. We had fun. Let's raid. Bye, everybody. Thank you.